And thank you to everybody for joining us one more time. Another big number of viewers, so we thank you that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Now let's go over to my two favorite guys. It's Joe and it's Sharif. Thanks, Bears vs. Bulls.
You guys want in? I just heard you, man. He wants to
saw that, huh?
like us. He wants.
They want that.
He wants that.
Well, they want that. All right. What is our greetings and salutations, beautiful people? Welcome to the midday show. That right there is your boy Joey Options, and I am Sharif. And yeah, we're gonna do the roll call. But you know what I did there, Joseph?
What'd you do, brother?
I closed the window. That's no good. That's absolutely no good. The good news is we can reopen it. It's not a big deal.
Dang.
All right, so let's bring it in over here. See who's making their way on over. We got Micah. We got the loafed one. Shout out to D-Loaf. Robert Woods. My man Omar. How about Why Not? And Hytham. We got Felipe. None of, yeah. Shout out to that. Rahman. Benetta. Sonny. We got who? Buster Stacks, that's my guy right there. I do appreciate that. Shout out to Blue Arrow and Black Sheep Trades. Sahil, we got Clipboard, we got Holly. Shout out to Holly. Dude Rocks 420, a familiar name for all the 420 lovers out there. Cold King Blue Army and Jeremy Newman. How about Mr. Briggs? Not Mr. Biggs. This ain't Sex in the City, baby. Carter, Los Polos Hermanos, and we got Scott J. How about Dan Gale? Dexter Smith. We got Mike DeRider. He be deriding these stocks to the high side. We'll see if it keeps going in here in the afternoon. John El Press. Who else we got over here? Victor Lou. We got Yorkie. Okay. Peter, Steve J. Through the Ages. I see you, sir. I see you. I like that name. Shout out to Bob. Shout out to Rahman and Cucumber Road Fabrio as well joining us. Like that one. PC Hoon. PC, Police Constable Hoon. Oh, okay. Got cops in the chat there.
We got cops.
Common Sense. This is a show. Shout out to Common Sense. I definitely love that name right there. Starvin' Like. He left us in suspense, Joseph. We don't know he's starving like who.
I thought it was
There's the guy right there.
Starvin' Marvin.
Starvin' Marvin.
You know,
like you, every time you ask the Katina man for what's for lunch. I know you're thinking about food.
What's for lunch?
Shout out to J-Dog, last on the list there, guys. Thank you for joining us, Joseph and I, during the midday show. Hopefully we'll have a banger for you today. Kind of light on small caps like I was complaining to you before, but we'll get something done, Joseph. What are you looking at, man?
Absolutely, man, and I agree with you. Same for me. Like, I took one trade this morning, so I've just been kind of chilling out here, guys. You know how your boy does. And full disclosure, it is not my birthday today. I don't know what Katina man was saying. It is definitely not my birthday. I'm a Libra, baby. Shout out to all the Libras in the chat. October 5th is your boy's birthday, so mark that on your calendars because I won't be doing very much. I'll tell you that. I'll just be relaxing. Yeah, because we get that age. 33 big ones this year come October. Yeah, Sharif, it's going to be an interesting one, but hey, it is what it is.
Do not look a day
over there than 33?
Nah, you know I was going to set you up for a bad one there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that to you, Joe.
I remember, let's go Mike DeRider. That's why you're my guy. Mike. You're a Libra as well, too. 3-1 is not my belt. Another Libra in the house. But yeah,
we got a bunch here, man.
Yeah, we got a Libra. I'm serious, man. It's the gang over here, the Libra team. We ride in fashion. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, ABC. It is not my birthday, but that's okay. Let's talk some trading here, guys.
Oh, baby.
This deal with Saudi Arabia, Sharif and I were doing some reading. Obviously, we heard about it yesterday. I think this deal is absolutely game-changing. Never mind China and not being able to ship chips over there. We got the Saudis now involved with this, and they're building absolutely massive data centers. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think this is going to be a long-term play, especially for these American chip companies. And it's only started with Saudi Arabia. We haven't even tapped into UAE yet or anything along those lines, Sharif. So congratulations to Donald Trump and my fellow, or I guess my American friends, because I think this is going to be a big deal. But let's break down this trade. I was just looking.
So Tesla's dumping.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let's just cover this for a sec, because Neil is letting me know that Tesla is on the way down here, guys. Something's going on with Tesla. It just lost $4 quick as you like. The entire market, Neil. Apple's taking a downturn as well. Sorry to interrupt you, Joseph.
Yeah, no.
Microsoft is turning. The Future is also almost going negative here. 21,000, guys. 280. We're below 300, I believe. We just lost 21,300, Joseph. So the NQ on the verge here. here of going negative. We do have a dare at the big desk. She'll let us know if anything is going on. Sorry to interrupt you, brother.
No, absolutely. We need to know that because the market just took a massive dive down. Now the SPY's put in a new low of an intraday session. You're seeing Tesla head towards those lows as well too. I like SMCI for a potential short here, but I'm not too sure. Do I have to ask for shorts here? Let me see if I can tap in. Yeah, let me tap in. Yeah, we definitely need those. Okay, yeah, so available, so I need to get those, so maybe I'll get them later, but I don't really care about the shorts. I'm going to be patient and wait for these longs to come into play because I believe they will. We will get a bounce at some point, hopefully, eventually, maybe not. But anyways, let's break down this trade here, guys. So just following the strength, continuing with that strength here on NVDL, using this 2x leverage, right? So with every 1% move in NVDA, you're getting 2 on this bad boy right here. So entered the position right here at the break of the volume weighted average price. As soon as we opened up on top of this pre-market range right here, 110% add right there, Sharif. Not a double up, 110% right there. And then we just piece it all the way up here. And then I got stopped out a little bit under 33%. So I was looking for this to hold, the volume weighted average price to hold, and then we get a bounce and maybe a continuation, but we didn't get that. So I did get stopped out a good amount there, but I can't complain. 66% covered over on this nice move here on NVDL, and that's what I was aiming at today, guys. Slightly tired. I played some hockey last night. Milo kept me up, so I'm going to be really patient on my entries, and maybe you won't see me as active as the past couple of days. I want to wait for those precise entries. You've seen us put on some bangers on Tesla yesterday and throughout the previous weeks as well too, so maybe it's just going to be a cool one. The market is heading lower. Volatility is slowly starting to pick up as well, so I think patience is the name of today's game, Shree.
I agree with that. All right, we're in a couple of trades here. Let's talk about them. A, D, C, T. Look, it's kind of really hard to find any small cap gappers today. I found a couple that I like. I'm going to talk to them super quickly after we get back from Adara. She's got something for us at the big desk.
I wish I had any news for you guys on this Tesla drop. It really just looks like the whole market kind of took a tumble. When I look at it, the volume on Tesla and the market when we did this drop, pretty similar. On X, there are a lot of mentions of Tesla, definitely a lot of attention being given to this name as of right now. But yeah, no news yet. I just want to provide an update. I am hard at work looking for news on TSLA, but none to be found as of right now. I just wanted to keep that out there so people are aware. Back to you.
Thank you for that.
Did you see the video of the Optimus dancing?
Yes, I did. Was that the one in the middle? I wasn't sure if it was old or
like, is that actually, or is that like AI? Because if
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
case,
that's
that is absolutely game changing.
But I've seen stuff like this. I've already seen stuff like this from Boston Dynamics. Some of these
Boston. I haven't seen anything that good, to be honest with you.
It's really good. I'm not going to pretend like it's not good. No, it's obviously very good. What I want to see, Joseph, is like the human aspect of it. I don't know why people are teaching these bots to fight, bro. Have you seen some of these ones on the internet? I don't want these things learning to fight, man.
What do you expect, brother?
Oh, man, you guys got it wrong.
They're obviously, you got to watch the movie Chappie. Chappie's a sick movie.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen iRobot with Will Smith? It's kind of like one of the ones that starts
that was the original one.
The old, it's like 20 years old, something like that.
But of course.
iRobot, that one's just terrifying. And he thinks he's a human?
Right?
You're not a human, bro.
Bro, you got to watch The Creator. It's a serious movie. You would like that one there. What's going on
over there, man?
This one. Yeah, it goes ape here.
Oh yeah. This is the one that was trying to fight this is from China, obviously. He tried to kill the guy. What is this? Okay, see, this I can get behind. All right, you want to make him dance. All right, seems kind of innocuous. Nobody's getting killed. Just don't teach these things how to fight, man. I don't know. Man, whatever.
What do you think? What do you think is next? They're going to be combat ready soon.
Well, I know. I'm being naive here, but
Palantir technology is going into some of these Optimus robots, and you're going to see them on the combat field.
He's coming in. He's coming in hot. He's got something to say.
Fabian.
He's the one that we all fear because he is the Chilean nightmare. Fabian, what's going on?
I know a little bit about that story about that robot freaking out.
Hear it.
Basically, because it was hooked up, it was off balance. So it basically was freaked out, like what's going on, like it doesn't know how to balance, so that's why it's freaking out.
That's what I see.
There's no way.
We basically do that when we're falling ourselves.
So he was trying to kind of
the robot's trying to balance itself, so it's like freaking out, so it looks like it's trying to violently attack the people, but maybe it might be okay. Maybe it might not be.
Yeah.
Maybe it was attacking.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really think it was trying to attack the guy. I mean, but it's still scary as hell. I mean. All right, guys, I'm just going to cover this quick trade here, Joseph. All right, guys, we got into ADCT. This is a good-looking trade so far, very respectful of the 10. It got into that $1.78 high a day, pulled back into the 10 EMA. I punched long, and we took this one up nicely for a 10-penny winner. But I am caught in a down halt right now on NWTN. I'm long 104. We're halted at $1. So I'm 4 pennies out of the money. My move here is the hold of $1. So I've given this one to 88 pennies. Come what may, I've given it to down here. So let's see what this one is going to do. It halted at 11:06.49. So we are slated to open, ladies and gents, at 5 minutes after that. So 11:11.49. It is 11:11.22 currently on my watch. So let's see exactly when this one opens, if it's going to be a 5-minute halt or a 10-minute halt. South of $1 from the depths of you-know-where is this where this one came, NWTN. Adair and I were discussing off camera before the show started that there were very few small cap gappers actually trading over that $1 threshold. This one did weasel up to $1.31, up 47% on the day. Alas, it is right back into that $1 area. So I'm going to here it is. It's now open. It's going to have to hold 88 pennies. Otherwise, I'm flattening out. It is losing the bid. This one looks like it's going to come from the depths of hell from which it came. So we will go 1 for 1 to start the day over here as it does drop below that 88 penny area. So we'll take a bit of an L there. No worries. We'll set up in a better way. This one looks very ugly. When you look at the chart, it clears $1 with aggression. Looks good. Okay, we're clearing that $1. We're not just clearing it by a couple of shekels. We're moving up to $1.31. Nope. Don't fall in love with these small cap gappers. They'll break your heart. Just make sure you're trading them as a technical trade. We're going to move on from this one, Joseph. Yep. Here's what I'm looking at, though. Rigetti, mom's spaghetti, knees are heavy, whatever you want to say, baby. This one looks good, and I'm looking at these quantum names because of basically the lack of any major small cap gappers. So Rigetti showing its respect here for the 10 EMA on the 5, dipping down into that 10, I want to say high 80s and up above 11 we go. Let's see if we can get above this possible double top area at 11 1/5 to 11 1/4. Here we are above 11 and again looking at 11.10. Rigetti knees are heavy, up over 12%. For whatever reason, Joseph, there's a derivative here or a 2 times levered Rigetti ETF. That's like triple the price. It's trading at $30. Not really sure what that's about, but it's triple levered or double levered. Also, Joseph, looking at Oklo, the Altman name over here, or formerly an Altman name, OKLO. Decent day today, 17% and change, knocked on the door of that $39 1/3 area. Alas, we did lose it, dropping down to 35.5. Here we go again, though, 37.5, taking us back above the volume weighted average price. Looking for something possibly here on Oklo. And last but not least, Atos. Another one coming from the depths of hell, south of that $1 area, just getting up into $1.04. It's been a good-looking chart, man. Doesn't look as bamboozling as this piece of garbage over here, NWTN, ATOS, looking more, I don't know, stable. Is that the word I'm looking for? Up above $1, 104. Likely going to take this one long if it maintains this kind of trade, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm loving it, guys. I'm just reading some things that Tariff and I were going over. You know, he's going to bring you the news as well, too, this morning. But this is just why I had to grab some NVDA this morning in the long-term account. I'm going to be into this. I told you guys I sold some Google, and guess what? I'm just rotating this cash right into NVDA. You can see 500 megawatt hyperscale artificial intelligence data center project in the kingdom, as they like to call it. We're going to touch more on this right after we get back from Madeira.
Like that.
Just be aware here, this is TSLA. I'm seeing a couple headlines here. Elon Musk's meeting apparently with the Qatar Investment Authority chairman. So as we have Donald Trump in the Middle East, we also have Elon apparently set to meet with the Investment Authority chairman of Qatar. Back to you.
What comes back? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm looking at Palantir as well too. But guys, look at this. The U.S. chip giant will deliver its graphics processing units to the state-found AI subsidiary over the next 5 years, starting with 18,000 NVIDIA GB300 Grace Blackwell AI supercomputer and NVIDIA InfiniBand network, according to a Tuesday release. I mean, this deal is absolutely monstrous. I'm super excited, and that's exactly why I decided to grab some more. I mean, we're still down about 13% off of those all-time highs, so I like it. I mean, this is now long-term, right? Never mind the swing when we were grabbing at lower prices. I'm going to start grabbing some of this stock now because I think this is an absolute amazing deal. And honestly, disregard the intraday trading. Think about this for the long term, and it's most definitely going to benefit that. Never mind China, they just got I don't even know if it's a better trading partner, but I love this deal to the fullest there, Sharif.
You ready to feel a little bit uncomfortable?
Yeah.
You trust them giving GPUs to the Middle Easterners?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to weasel over to China?
That's fine. If they do, they weasel over. I mean, I think some of those guys are straight shooters, you know what I mean?
Bang.
So, yeah, they're business, right? They're
all about their business. They're all about their money.
So, I mean, if Donald and them are like, hey, Prince, and yes, Mr. President, and he goes, I'm going to give you 1 million of these chips, but just do me a favor. Don't give them to China. I think he goes, yes, Mr. President.
And
then that's it.
Okay,
done.
I like it. All right.
That's just me, right? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
I respect your opinion, bro.
Yeah,
I respect your opinion.
What do you
Your
think
friend
about
Joe.
Yeah.
Well, no, not you. The other Joe.
The sleepy one.
He was very. Let's just put it this way. He was concerned, Joseph.
He's
very skeptical.
Yeah.
You give them to the Saudis. You give them to the Emiratis, the Qataris. All of a sudden, China's got a couple in their hand. They forgot completely that they were getting them anyway through Singapore, baby.
Singapore. So you know what I mean? They'll find a way. I think these guys are straight shooters. I like them. I like everything that they're doing, going from I guess going from oil country to now the potentially tech giants in the place where a lot of people want to live here from a day-to-day basis.
Well
so
said,
I
Joseph.
mean. Yeah, I like it. I love it. Matter of fact, I don't even like it. I love it. I think it's the best deal ever. It's one of the best chip deals ever. And here we go. Like here, this is what it is, man. It's
Say more.
Stuff. Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah, I'm just juicing the controversy. Obviously, that's kind of what I do here.
Yeah.
No, I happen to love it as well. I think it's you go where the money is, and I think Jensen said it real well, Joseph, in that you have an opportunity here to kind of lead what he calls, I'm not saying it is, he calls it the next industrial revolution. If you don't get American products as the dominant product, guess who's gonna fill that void, baby?
Who?
It starts with a C and ends with an A.
Ooh.
They're going to be more than happy to throw Huawei into the ring there and try to fill.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly why.
Canada. Dara. She's like, Canada?
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, well, no, you're not wrong. But you know that's not what I meant, Dara.
No, I do, but I also was quickly like, what other countries count?
Yeah,
Cambodia would also count.
Right? Yes. So we're juicing the
Yeah,
controversy here, baby.
we love it.
Doing
See what people are saying in the chat there.
Yeah.
You know you're good at it.
Chinata, killing me with that Chinata thing, bro.
Perfect.
We're not called Chinata. Stop calling us Chinata. All right, guys, there's a couple of breakouts right now happening in these here markets, as Adair likes to say. Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti, is really zooming to the high side there, taking out highs like it doesn't matter. It's up almost 16%. Okay, now it is up over 16%. This one's really squeezing. You can tell something's afoot here. You've got very aggressive retracements off the 10 EMA, and this one's really got all gas, no brakes. Here comes that $0.50 right now in Rigetti, 16 1/3 right now. I was really looking to punch in at that 10 EMA. I hesitated and I paid the price. So Rigetti, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on that. What a fantastic look there. So is your friend Atos, ATOS. Again, I really want to stress very few small cap gappers. I put in a dip trade on our friend Atos over here that went unfilled because it did not retrace down into that $1.01, $1.02. I was looking for a retest of the dollar. Alas, we did not get that retest. So let's throw in some more orders over here at the 5s, see if we can get something, down into that dollar area, and then start working with a position here on our friend Atos. ATOS is a ticker, up about 20%, give or take. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm weaseling into some more shareage here on our friend ADCT, up 30%. I already had a good trade on this one, now building into another position in at $1.75, looking for a hold of that 10 EMA, of which it's been quite respectful on the day. We'll have to see if that continues, Joseph.
Yeah, good look there. And shout out to Neil, too. He just gave me some SMCI shorts. So thank you very much for that one, my friend. Let's see. I'm going to just do a little beak wetter here. All right, we're tapped in now to some SMCI short. I'm just going to use this 5-minute candle as my stop loss. And then anything south of the volume weighted average price. I told you guys I'm really small. I put on a half decent trade on NVDA this morning, and we're just cool. And we played some hockey last night and stuff like that. So slightly tired. So again, we're gonna put on those trades. If we break out to the top side, then I'm gonna be looking to get involved. A nice little move down here on SMCI there, guys. We're liking that. Ooh, okay, all right. All right, that's already, this is what we want to see. Sharif, we're tapping right into there. Bang, we just took some off right there, guys. Nothing much. Just having a little fun with it. I'm going to pull it up here for you momentarily. SMCI. And there we go. All right. So, yeah, there we go. On the shorts, if I get stopped out, break even, then so be it. But, again, you can see that nice 5-minute VPA signal. We're going to wait for that last VWAP move here, and that's going to be it, my last out on that trade. Yeah, but here we go. Another nice little move down to the downside here on SMCI. Guys, I showed you that inverted hammer right above the volume-weighted average price. So this is essentially what I'm playing. If it turns on me, then I'll just hop out of this trade. No worries at all. And also, I'm extremely small on this front too, so it's the short. I'm slightly long biased today, so I don't mind just grabbing a little something here. Sharif.
Yes, well said, Joseph. All right, we're long. Rigetti knees are heavy. Taking out some levels there. There's sellers literally at every level, 60, 65, now again at 67. So a lot of people are either taking profits or shorting aggressively at multiple levels. We're taking out all those levels right now. So a couple of prints, boom, into 70. We're doing it live here, baby. Now we're going to wait at 77s. 71, Rigetti squeezing, guys. Something is going on here with Rigetti. All right, this is quite unusual, this kind of squeeze. We've been watching these quantum names. I think 1175, that is. Keep your eye out on this one. Could be a real good one if it comes in. And I'm not saying it's going to come in all the way down, but that 11 1/3 to 11 1/4, that's where we had previous areas of resistance. Look at those, oh my goodness. Look at those double tops that we have right there at 935 and 940, right around 11 1/4. We get right back into that level at 1045, 1050. We're hanging out there to 1055. We lose the bid there, and then we end up clearing it. So a lot of strength right now in Rigetti. Let's keep an eye out on that. I just said I put an order out there mid-80s, and I did not do it, Joseph. So we're going to go ahead and throw that there. Everything good?
Who just said?
What happened?
Who said that? Who said that? Refresh and short Google. Who said that? Oh my days.
Yo, the Chilean nightmare is feeling dangerous today.
Oh my
You know why?
days, brother.
He's got
What?
Assassino next to him now.
I said I was tired. Yeah, never mind that. We're back alive. We're doing it here, and this is what we do, man.
Live.
Yeah, what a great time. Sharif and I were just talking earlier about just like, man, honestly, this is
good vibe.
Yeah, never a dull moment.
No.
I mean, sometimes you may get it, let's be realistic, but when we're having fun, it's an absolute blast. QBTS, just living up to all expectations and breaking out. I seen Sharif on the quantum space. I'm like, yo, okay. I was looking at QBTS. I'm like, it's hot garbage. I actually messaged Gorev not too long ago. Let's pull this up, and we're going to go over Gorev's trade as well, too, because he smashed Tesla, even though I do got to kind of monitor. Oh, let's go, QB.
Get it, Joseph.
Yes, I wish I was in significantly more. Oh. But, again, like what you guys told me yesterday, it's the hogs that get slaughtered, not the pigs. But, yeah, let's pull up my guy, Gorev.
God, Rigetti.
Is it still Gorev?
Adara, is there anything on quantum? This is kind of crazy.
Look at this. Yeah. RGTI, what time is it? 10:47. RGTI moving well, looking at QBATS. But it's super chop. We broke out. Also, my guy printing up multiple storms on Tesla as well. So he had this Tesla long right there from 338.92 and then pieced it out all the way at the top. So shout out to Gorev and shout out to QBTS and Sharif for mentioning the quantum space.
Absolutely, sir. So we're done our trade here.
Short floats. I went on social media, and when you look up quantum on X right now, you get so many results. We are talking at least 10 to 20 results per minute here. We have tweets coming in like every couple seconds. RGTI, not a ton on its own, but it just looks like there's a lot of excitement here around the quantum space right now on X. As far as I can tell, that's what's happening. I'm not seeing any news as of right now to explain what's happening here in quantum and even the social media attention. It's not news-based, it's just people getting really excited about their stocks. Back to you.
Got it, Dara. Just want to let you know, we know about the stream, guys. We're checking the connections right now. It should be good. So if you want to go ahead and refresh that stream, I think we should be. Starlink there just got approved in Saudi, right? He's loving his life over there, bro.
It's like, Donald, just everything with Donald was so frustrating at the beginning of this time. As American, you got to love it. All right, Paul Vincent, I see the leg,
chill,
brother.
bro.
All right,
Chill,
Paul,
chill,
one more time, Paul. Do it one more time, Paul. Please. All right, that's what I thought.
Now Chilean Nightmares run into the other side, so we're on it, guys. We're gonna check that for you right away, and hopefully it'll be up in no time. We'll be good to go. All right, guys, couple of positions we're in right now. ADCT looking for a hold at the 10 exponential added into this one. Alas, I did not get all the size I wanted. I still waiting for that 70 dip. Not gonna be quick to take out too much here. Yeah, this has been, I would say, I don't want to say reliable because you know these small cap gappers shouldn't be using that word with these small cap gappers. They are anything but it looks respectful here of the 10 EMA on the 5, so I'm going to keep my eye out on that one. Oklo is just going. I feel bad for not taking this one. What a curl back up, still possibly though a double top candidate into 39. So ideally I'd like to see a decisive clearing of 39. We certainly did not get a decisive clearing of 39 on the first attempt. Look at that move up on the implied balance high from 935 all the way to 950. All the breaches of 39 have been on a wick basis. That's not a glowing endorsement for taking of a level. Alas, we are moving up incrementally and more stably this time into that 39, currently trading at 38.80. So 38 and 4/5. We'll keep an eye out on that. I'm still trying to build my position in Atos. So I've got an initial entry there. On this one entry still waiting for an 02 and then an 01 dip. My thinking here on ATOS is to defend that dollar. In addition to that dollar being there, the volume weighted average price is there. So I'm looking for double possible support at that level. We'll see what we get, and we will not get upset. Guys, I know Neil mentioned this one earlier, but Reddit is on one right now. You read it and you don't forget it on this one here, guys. We are at high a day, Neil. This has been a dang rocket ship right now. Reddit is $126. It's up 12 1/3, and it doesn't even have a touch on the 10 EMA. The last time we even glanced at that 10 EMA was 955. Every single candle has been above the 10 EMA, so you haven't been able to base a trade off that. So my thinking here, if you're gonna get into Reddit, base it on like the middle area of the prior bar. I mean, there's just no way you can base it on the moving average here because it's not pulling into it. So Reddit, about to take out 127, 126.94 high a day. I'm talking about these non-small cap gappers today because it's been hard to find small cap gappers. Okay, so we're going to be doing it a little bit differently today. Hopefully, we don't get rinsed trying to trade a setup that's not down our wheelhouse.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, thanks for the refresh. And Paul, obviously we're joking. It's obviously not your fault. We're going to go to Adara. I added on QBTS right here, but it's not. It didn't want to continue this breakout. And that's the thing now. I'm slightly red on it, so whatever I gained, I just kind of gave back. And that's not exactly what I want to do when I'm free rolling. So I'm going to give it another couple cents here, and then I'm just going to hop out of this trade. But let's see what Adara's up to here, guys.
Keep an eye here in this RKT just RKT. We have a note here coming from Citron Research, which is a firm notable for shorting GME. Also, at one point, they did release this short report on MSTR a while back. But basically, what happened here is Citron Research citing this Bloomberg intelligence report, adding to this RKT position. So Citron Research already long Rocket, adding to the position. RKT up nicely. This is about 11 minutes ago, but just want to let you guys know that one's still running. It's taken out pre-market highs. RKT, and back to you.
Yeah, it's Bell. It's Bell, eh? Well, now we know who the culprit is,
now
Joseph.
We know who the culprit is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, just make sure you refresh, tune right back in, because We're going to be putting on trades today. I told you I just got out of QBTS. I mean, I thought we were going to continue to move here. That volume was there for us to continue the breakout. But again, look at this choppy, just eastward movement, price action here on QBTS. And then now you're kind of heading back. But I was looking for that 3-bar play, 5-minute breath here, and then the continuation to the top side. But you can see we came right back into the middle of the range here on QBTS, and we didn't sustain that breakout. So adios, muchachos. I tried trading this the other day, and if it's just going to continue to move like it has been, then I honestly want no part of that. I'll find something that's trading significantly better and stronger. I mean, it's put in a couple solid sessions, but if you bring this up from a daily perspective, not really the best intraday trader. You have that odd day where it's in play, and I don't know if today's going to be one of those days, Sharif.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. ADCT, just take a print there as it got into a new high day of $1.80. My profit taker, my beak wetter, baby, at that $1.80 did not fill as a result because it didn't cross. We know the deal with these ones. You got to cross on the ask to get that fill, and it didn't. So we've got $1.74 on now, printing $1.77 here, looking for that $1.80 take. So that's my look there. Now, Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti, this one retraces. So a bit of a bamboozler here. 11.92 high a day. Looks like it's on its way to 12 bucks, right? Then we have a candle of indecision, aka a doji candle, manifest at 11.25. Subsequent to that candle, a red hammer candle is forming right now. So I'm unsure what to make of this. So my move here is going to be to wait for 11.5. That's going to be my first entry. That's not my favorite entry, though. Let me make my case. My case is I'm looking for that 11.33 to 11.25. Why? That's where the 10 EMA starts. The 10 EMA is at around 11.33, but the price action resistance, previous area of resistance, is at that 11.25. So that range between the quarter to the third, that's what I'm thinking here. It may not even give it to me because a new 5-minute candle opened up, and if this new 5-minute candle, which currently has a higher low relative to the prior 5-minute candle, makes a new high, and it does that by printing anything above 83, I'm going long again on Rigetti because that'll be a candle, a 5-minute candle with a higher low and then a higher high. So that's what I'm thinking right now on Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti. We'll see how this cookie ends up crumbling. Let me throw in an order there super quick for that break and take of the level. And we're going to give it like, I don't know, I'm going to say like 7 pennies, or no, like 3 pennies here for a possible range. Yeah, I'm throwing that on there, and then if this current candle closes a little differently, then we will change our order to reflect that. So that's my move there, right there. So we'll see how that ends up doing. ATOS still holding the same 105. That 102 level didn't print yet, despite the fact that we're 102 right now on the bid, and I'm still waiting for that one bump and drop. I still like the look of ATOS's jib, but it's going to have to set up appropriately. Otherwise, we're not going to fall in love with these type of names. Last but not least, guys, looking still on that ADCT trade, took that beak wetter. Oh, now this is coming down aggressively in the 70s. So that was the level that I was waiting to get printed at. So my move here on ADCT is a loss of 60. The trade's over. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw that in there. ADCT, we've got that many shares, and then I know how many there. So let's go ahead and put 159er, and then we're going to basically give it to there, and then we're going to go just like that. So we put the stop in there, come what may. What do you got, Joseph?
Yeah, let's go here. Let's see. So, guys, yeah, you see that I took this breakout here on QBTS, and then it just came right back into that range. So that's not a good look here. So you can see we entered pop. We took some off, and then I actually doubled
Tesla
up.
Breakout.
More than doubled up the position right there. But, yeah, Tesla's
breaking
absolutely
out.
moving. Let's see what Adair's up to.
Yep.
Just be aware here, this is Amazon. Keep an eye on Amazon, NVIDIA, and ExxonMobil here. All three of these companies are set to benefit from some memorandums of understanding or MOUs signed by Saudi Aramco. Apparently, they signed $90 billion worth of MOUs. Again, they could benefit Amazon, NVIDIA, and ExxonMobil. $90 billion in MOUs. There's also some pacts, apparently. So keep an eye on these companies. If I see any more details, I'll let you know. There's also a White House fact sheet that was released about this, these talks with Qatar. According to that, Qatar has signed, gotten a $1.2 trillion economic commitment. So, Qatar committing $1.2 trillion to the U.S. apparently, and that's going to be over the next 5 years. So that White House fact sheet just getting released. Keep an eye on this market. Lots of money set to come into the United States of America and potentially into this market. Back to you.
And he picked up a trilly yesterday. He's picking up how much, Adira? 1.2 trilly. The man's coming back with 2.2 trillion in his pocket. You know, I was listening to some of the news channels yesterday. You got to see some of the opponents come on there. Oh, these deals were already announced. None of this is new money. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like calm down there, buddy.
Wow, Tesla.
Sorry, Neil.
Yeah.
Tesla's going.
Tesla is gone. Tesla's gone.
Yeah, Tesla's really going here, guys.
It's not even going, Sharif. It's gone.
Something's going on here, Joseph.
Look at this volume really start to pick up as well, too, guys. I'm not chasing it all the way up here, that's for sure. I don't even know. I got to be patient on this. I like the way Robinhood's sitting around the volume weighted average price. But some of these trades are too far gone for me. I'm not going to chase Tesla all the way up here at 247. Crazy. Just continuing to climb. I mean, if we want to pull this thing up from a daily standpoint, I mentioned this before, we're still down around, probably a little bit now, 28% off of those all-time highs. This is where your boy sold his Tesla.
Yo, something is up here, Joseph.
Yeah, so this is where your boy sold his Tesla right around here.
All right, come on now,
all right. That is what it is, bro.
Don't have to relive that again,
Hey, man, I'm not even, Sharif, I feel no way about it because I just bought some NVDA in
Tell him about it, Joseph.
In the long term.
Tell him about it.
Come on, man. When you're sending over as your first shipment 18,000 Blackwell over for the humane data center, it's like, oh
crazy.
Bye.
Neil's tripping over there, bro. Neil's having an emotional reaction to the Tesla breakout. Emotional damage. I love this, bro. We're having a good time here.
It's the best. Like, wow, Tesla is just going parabolic right now. Sharif, take it over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've got TSLL up here,
Let's
Joseph.
go.
If I'm gonna trade this, bro, I'm already out of my wheelhouse, man, trading these large caps. So if we're gonna do something here, Joseph, we gotta do it on a smaller scale. Here comes the pullback. 349.20, high of day, ladies and gentlemen. We're knocking on that 350 mark. This thing is up 4 1/3%. It is the strongest Mag 7 name today. Easily outdoing Google, easily outdoing NVIDIA. Fantastic look for the Cybertruck one. Let's see where this one wants to come in. We're dropping $2 already off the high of the day. I'm looking at TSLL, guys. That is a Tesla derivative product. It is 2 times levered, Joseph?
Yeah, I believe, yeah.
2 times levered, I'm just confirming that, 200%. So it's a 2-time leveraged ETF. It is coming down quite aggressively right now, though. Here we go. I'm just looking for a possible area. I'm thinking $15 here, $15.10 on TSLL. That's where the previous area of resistance happened to be. I don't want to take it quickly here and then have to DCA and, that kind of stuff. That's not my move. So I'm going to wait here. Otherwise, I just don't get involved. I like this area. This is the area I'm talking about here. There's an obvious area top. We tested it again on this V-shaped retracement right around 10 o'clock. And I like that area. Let's go ahead and put our money where our mouth is. We're going to wait. I'm going to wait at 7s, Joseph. So I'll front run the size by not that much. But, that's what we're doing it here. We're doing it live for you guys every single day. And that's what I'm looking at. All right, back to the current trades that I'm in. ADCT looking very hammer candle-ish right there at the 1135 candle. Right back up into that $1.74. I'm waiting for a $1.75 print and take. Urban Trader. IXHL. Say less, my man. Loading it up right now. We'll have a look at IXHL. That sounds like an ETF or something. What is this? ICANX Healthcare. Okay. Better be better than United Healthcare, I'll tell you that.
Ooh.
Oh boy, get it there. All right, here, that's a good looker. Yeah, this is what Adara was telling me about. Like, a lot of these ones are really south of $1. This one started its life today at 8 pennies. But let's put some dang respect on this one's name, man. 687%. It was like literally a penny stock, actually a penny stock. 8 pennies it started out its life. It got to 84 pennies today. Fantastic look. This one's earned its way onto the side chart as it is approaching that dollar. So IXHL is the ticker. I'm going to throw that on there. And who am I going to remove here? Lucy, you just lost your spot, girl. My bad. IXHL. Yeah, well, that's what it is, Adara. It drops below VWAP, and that's the end of the trade there. Yeah, that's fair. XHL. All right, guys, throwing that on the side chart. We're keeping an eye on that one. Still involved in ATOS. Wow. Nothing doing there. Did I get that fill, though, Joseph? Oh. Did I get that fill?
No.
I didn't even come close,
Not even
Joseph.
close, brother.
It just took out the highs again.
Close, brother.
Okay, so yeah, this one was like a micro pullback.
Crazy.
All right, Joe, we're doing it live, right?
Oh, and
we're live, right?
Sharif and Joe.
We're live,
arm
bro.
wrestle.
There it
Wow,
is,
that's
man.
crazy. You can't
Leave us alone, man. We're trying to trade right now,
volunteer
man.
us like that.
I know, man. People are just like,
You know what?
I've said this before, though.
No, you know what?
We're gonna get goaded into being the best shape of our life because we're gonna keep competing. You're gonna keep training. I'm gonna keep trading, and then all of a sudden, we're gonna be in physical peak condition.
You know what? If we're gonna have this, then we gotta throw up Assassino and the Chilean Nightmare up there too. So
Speaking of the Chilean Nightmare,
as the co-main event.
Dance, you guys are our puppets. You guys will do our bidding.
all right, you guys are not gonna goad us into this, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I would do it if we got $2,000.
I'm not getting goaded into any more competitions. I'm already on the hook for some money on my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
The only way I'm doing it is 2K in super chats. That's the only way. Hold on, 2K. No,
tell them how you really feel.
Hey, I'm gonna tell them. I'm telling them.
Bro.
People want to see it. 2K.
Yeah, they want. They're gonna have to pay up here, man.
And hold on, 2K in super chats and 4,500 likes.
Oh,
that's the only way. That's the only way it gets done. If it gets done, then we'll do it live.
You'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
All right, you're gonna be doing it on your own.
Let's see what Adara's up to.
Stock has had quite a day today. We do know, in case you missed it, Elon Musk apparently meeting with the Qatar Investment Authority chairman. So Elon Musk looking apparently to secure some investment from Qatar. But with that in mind, I wanted to share a time that Tesla was not doing so well. This infographic is from a series I just finished posting on X about fun little earnings gaffes or other reporting gaffes that led to drops or changes in company stock. This one is from Tesla. This goes back to May 2nd, 2018. So a shocking 7 years ago. Tesla, the earnings seemed like they were fine here. The issue was the post-call Q&A, during which Elon Musk told analysts to ask questions that aren't boring, called some questions bonehead, and told people to sell stocks if they were not comfortable with Tesla's volatility. If they didn't want the volatility, they shouldn't be involved in Tesla. So if you want to take this little trip down memory lane, go on X at TTV Research for this and more. We're going to send you back to the actual live Tesla trading right now.
Show me what you got going on.
Yeah, don't ask me any stupid questions, right? Like, did you hear what he just said there? Yeah, it's not you, obviously. That's what Elon said to the reporter.
That's it.
Look, bro, when you're a genius, you've got like very little patience for anybody with lesser intelligence. You know what I mean?
Like form of attitude.
Yeah. It's just like, you're just lucky I'm even talking to you. Like, that's probably how. I would say
the lesser intelligence thing, but it's just like don't come to me with any form of attitude.
Oh, bro, and the comment warriors and some of these social media posts, these keyboard warriors, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Elon got his money.
Don't be a keyboard
But what are you
warrior.
talking about? The dude was living in public housing in Toronto or in Ottawa or wherever. What are you saying to me right now? He didn't inherit any of this money.
No, his dad was an engineer though, wasn't he?
Doesn't matter, bro. Like they were literally living in subsidized home and housing. With his mom and Kimball.
Mom?
Yes. So, you know, he didn't always have the easiest life. There's just no question about that. All right, guys, we're in TSLA over here looking for that break and take of the $0.50. We'll see what we get with this one, but yeah, very strong. Tesla is at 350. Okay, so this is going to be a wall here. Joseph, what does the options chain say about that 350?
350?
Yeah. Can we have a look at that possibly?
Absolutely, my brother. On Tesla.
Yeah, because we're at 350 to the penny, guys, is the high of the day on TSLA. I'm in TSLL over here, and it looks like we were being met with some aggression. What do we got? We got big boy size?
Yeah, we got some size there, my brother.
Well, I'm not surprised about that,
39,000 open contracts. You can see that it's relatively bigger than
Are we going to take that level, though?
Well, it depends. If that momentum is sustained, then we can most definitely grab this, but we need participants large enough in order to do so. But yeah, that's the largest I'm seeing currently right now.
Currently rejecting, yeah.
At 350, so.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. Here we go again. We're at 349, 40s, something like that. So let's see if this one ends up.
That stuff is so golden, man. You say 350, we look at 350, we're bumping our heads on the high of what, 349.92? Like, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's okay. All right, guys, let's see exactly. I'm just trying to monitor these trades and keep my eye on the other trades at the same time. My question to myself is 350 the end of the matter? or do we kind of just pull back momentarily and then take another run at that 350? Like, why would we just have that 350 run midday like that? So it's interesting here to me. I don't want to add too much too quickly, so let's just go ahead and wait at some key levels here. So I'm going to put some orders down here to shadow what I perceive to be the 10 EMA on the 5 on the Tesla, not TSLL chart, TSLA chart. Here we go again, 349, trying to hold. We're still putting a 3-candle red setup on the 1. Adair saying, just realized I have a trend line here at 350.38 for what it's worth. TSLA has been very respectful of those as of late. Well said, Adair, and it looks like that options contract as well, kind of driving with your thinking there. So we're going to have to see what the situation is with TSLA and whether it's able to break that 350 level. We're down in the 348s, high 70s right now, trying to hold on to the 10. If we lose the 10, I think I'm just going to end this trade and we'll take a small loss here on TSLL. But yeah, it is kind of breaking through that 10 EMA, Joseph, so going to keep my eye out on this one.
Absolutely here, guys. I'm looking at Palantir as well. So I was thinking about looking for the continuation to the long side, but I mean, this stock's just been on such a monster run. It's inevitable that it's going to take a breath at some point, and you can see it's done absolutely bupkis today, Sharif. Yes, so not the best look here. I mean, that's the thing when you're trading strong stocks, right? Or you see a strong stock, something that's been trading like Palantir for the past 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it may be, you can get that buy program step in at any moment, and that's what I refer to. Just stick to things that are strong, because you never know when that's going to step in. And I'm kind of keeping my eyes on it here to see if that's going to happen. But we've been on an absolute monster run. So it's almost 100% return up, probably over that now. So with the low of 66 and now trading at 130s in a span of 3 weeks, 3 trading weeks, that's absolutely insane. But let's see what Adair's up to.
Yeah. Keep an eye here on this Boeing. In case you missed it, there was a deal announced here. Qatar set to, I guess, get some of these Boeing jets here from the U.S. and, of course, Boeing, the company itself. Now, it's odd. When this was first announced, the stock didn't really move too much. But then Donald Trump said this was the largest ever 787 jet order ever. Again, I'm not sure of the veracity of this, but it's worth noting he said it, the stock moved. CNBC just published an article, I guess, summarizing all of this. Now we get another pop here in BA. So BA continuing to fly on the same story. Reportedly, or guys, according to Donald Trump, the largest ever 787 jet order with Qatar. This is also being echoed here. The largest ever order is being echoed by the White House fact sheet. Again, I'm not sure of the veracity of this claim, but either way, the claim is getting circulated and the stock is reacting in kind. I guess Boeing, GE is also apparently implicated in this $96 billion agreement. So GE not moving, Boeing certainly is. Back to you.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, and Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Like when we saw that lineup of CEOs yesterday, meeting Donald and meeting MBS, it was interesting to see. But what caught my attention right away was just the amount of top-level CEOs that made the trip. And now we're kind of finding out as to why. There's some monster deals being announced here, man.
Monster deals.
Crazy.
Like, this is fantastic for the American equity markets, man.
I agree,
especially
man.
These investments with these guys. I'm going to take one more stab at this QBTS breakout to see if we can get that ball rolling here, guys. You can see we have multiple touches to the downside, but I'm also buying at the top of this range, looking for that breakout. That might not be a good idea, to be honest with you, considering I would think that we would have broken out already by now, but volume starting to pick up. We did have that big volume spike earlier, and this might be the move. So you can see the strength starting to be displayed here in the time of sales as well. So you can see that flush right at the ask, and then you can see the darker prints above the ask. So that's a positive sign. If we can crack and hold this 1120 area, I think we're going to be sitting in a good position. And if it does start to work out, I'm going to most definitely be adding to this trade here, Sharif. So let's go QBTS. Let's go this quantum space. I don't know how much it needs the market to move it, but you can see this is some choppy stuff here, guys. And that's why it's okay. When you put in a monster day like yesterday, That's what we were talking the other day. It's like it's okay to just sit on the sidelines because chances are if you're just getting chopped up in this mess, you'll make more money in the long run. So just go small, keep those profits somewhat protected unless you have an A++ setup. So that's kind of what we're doing here. But let's go QBTS starting to cook up here. One more time. We're on the backside of the trend, which is also a positive sign, Sharif.
Yes, sir.
I'll take that. Let me pull up here on this chart what I had displayed. So you can see we're forming these lower highs, and then now we've cracked it. Volume's starting to be sustained. We're on the backside of this trend here, guys. Now we're loving it. Let's see if we can crack some of these key levels, hold them, and then we can add to this position.
We're in with you, man. Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti, we're in at 84, Joseph. We just wet the beak a few times there, 3 times now. On the way to a possible $12 bump and grind. We'll have to see.
Shout out to Bump and Grind. Who's saying that one?
I don't know.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty
Ricky.
Was it Pretty Ricky? Neil just giving you a
Grind
favor.
on me.
Yeah.
No,
that's Grind on me.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, wow, bro. You just brought some memories. That's my boy right there. That's why. Yeah. You displeased Neil very much with that comment, bro.
I also thought Oasis sang that one Tom Petty song. So.
NWTN, I just got involved with this one.
Bump and Grind is R. Kelly. Yeah, there we go. Jesus.
Okay. Right. Where's my NWTN trade here, Joseph? There we go. We're long. We just got the break of $1.05. So here we go. We're going to do it again. We're 0 for 1 on NWTN. Boom. All right. How many shares do we have here, Joseph? Okay, we got some shares. Let's go ahead and take some more out here. Let's wait up at different levels because this one, it bothers me. Okay, so here we go. We're doing it live right now on Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti. We're taking out all these freaking levels, baby. Here we go. Rigetti is on one, my guy. All right, and we got shares on Rigetti as well, man. So we're going to go ahead and post at different levels. So let's keep an eye here on RGTI. Sorry, David, I see that super chat. We'll cover it in a hot second. Just got to focus. Yeah, we got a good one right now, Joseph. So Rigetti right now doing its thing, 25. The one that's not doing its thing, 25, is TSLL, which we're out of the money on. Full disclosure, okay? So we're out 31s right now. It is not doing so well. So here is my TSLL trade. Anything below 15.15, we're gonna give back. So let's go ahead and put that one there, and then we're gonna give it some room here, Joseph. So TSLL, that's how many shares we have. All right, good. We're good to go on that one. Let's have a look at the other one here, ATOS. What do we got on this one? ATOS, we got 5s. Now we're showing 5s. Let's post at 6 over here. Make sure to wet the beak. Oh, that's not gonna be good because that will be. All right, so we're gonna just go like this because I didn't get that ad. Sorry, just give me a second here, guys. There we go. And now let's go back to Rigetti. That one's doing one. Oh, baby, NWTN is taking out levels. It's taking out levels, Joseph. All right, we're gonna print there as well.
Let's go.
This one's going, guys. We got shares on NWTN. Let's go ahead and wait over here at 17s as well. This is a good breakout right now, my friend NWTN. Shout out to my OG Bovin. Always reliable. So we'll post there as well. We'll see what the situation is. How about this one? ADCT. Still holding VWAP. This one could be coming to an end quite soon. 73s we got on, showing me 69s. Yeah, this one likely will be out in a minute. ATOS, and how's my other one doing here? TSLL. We're going to have to hold on for TSLL, Joseph. 31s we got. Let's go ahead and post here at some levels. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you might get a nice bounce here in
hopefully
on TSLL there.
Hopefully.
So yeah, I'm just pulling up the options chain here on QBTS. I mean, 12. At that 12 strike, we have 21,000 open contracts right now. That's the highest level. So let's see if we can punch that. That means that we could have some room to go. And mind you, this is just me, right? An observation over my years. I don't love trading NYSE stocks. I prefer to trade anything from the NQ, but if it's in play, I'll obviously take a look at it. But yeah, NYSE tends to move a little bit more different. I find personally, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but let's go NVDA. I mean, this thing is absolutely monstrous. Now climbing back towards that high a day here, guys. 134 and change. This stock is, oh man, this is going to go back to being the bee's knees. Where Dan Ives is having an absolute heyday right now with these deals, and Tom Lee, my guy Tom Lee too, is absolutely loving it. Those guys I mean, I was listening to some Tom Lee last night, and he's just a perma bull, I think, at the end of the day.
Tom?
So, yeah. Tom loves it.
But he speaks sense, though.
He does.
I gotta give him credit.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, he admits when he's wrong, and then he lets you know when he's right as well, too. So, but by all means, right? He has every right to do so. But let's go QBTS. We're not getting the breakout that we want to see here, Sharif, at 11:30. We keep knocking on that door, and nobody's opening it. We keep rejecting these key levels here. So I got to be cautious. I don't mind to flatten out at a break even on this trade, especially because you can see the range that we're trading within. It's choppy, right? So why are you going to try to hope for a breakout kind of like I am in a choppy stock, right? And if it just comes right back into the middle of the range, then adios. We'll get back in the lower end of the range, or maybe if that volume really definitively steps in and decides to break out, then we'll have another opportunity as well. We're not sitting too bad right now. If we do crack this, there's going to be an opportunity to add. So we'll pack our patience. We'll hold our horses to see what's going on. But I do like that we're holding up around 11:30 right now.
Man, we're taking out all the levels here, Joseph, on NWTN. It's really breaking out here. Here we go.
Wow. Oh, wow.
This is really going here, Joseph. So let's go ahead and post at different levels over here, see if we can get some more. I'm waiting at 23. Shout out to Jordan up in this, you know what. It's showing me 23s now. It's going to have to cross to get that print. Boom. Boom to the high side. NWTN taking out highs, baby. We're like 1 penny off the high. We will halt here at 27 if this stays in this. Okay, so it's a false halt there. It loses that bid. So keep your eye on that 27 level. That's where it looked like we were going to halt. Simultaneously, we were taking out all the levels here on Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti. I'm all done on this trade. Got in initially, guys, at 1160. Took it all the way to 1190. And then got back in at 11, I believe, 84s. Took it out there, 1120. We don't have exactly the top wick, but general area here on Rigetti. So keeping my eye out on that. How's this TSLL trade doing? Oh, it's not looking good, man. We're long 31s. It's showing me 19s. It's just not holding. I've given it to 10s. So it's going to have to hold up into this level, or we're going to give back straight up. Full disclosure, not looking good right now for TSLL, as it is a big boy mover. All right, let's go back to the super chat here. I feel bad.
Oh, yeah, David.
David, $10. Guys dropping cash in the chat. I like goals. Super chat, the birthday twins. Elon is light years from a genius. He has 14 kids from 5 baby mamas and thinks Mars is the new black. Genius. I don't feel any sort of sarcasm in that comment whatsoever, and that is coming from an individual whose love language is sarcasm. So thank you for your comment, David. I respectfully disagree with most of everything you just said there, but that's the beautiful thing. You can have your opinion. I can respect the hell out of you. I can have mine, and I hope you're able to respect that as well. So Joseph, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm still sitting in the same trade here, just kind of digesting what our guy David said over there. A bit of a hot take, but I mean, it is what it is.
I didn't say anything was really wrong. I just think the conclusions he's drawn.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, to each their own. But let's go QBTS. Don't be a flaming. Okay, yeah. Let's see what Neil's up to.
Dara first.
First, let's see what the market's up to. Nasdaq up about 0.5% here. S&P 500 up about 0.2%. And we did get a little bit of a pop here. Tesla really strong. Elon Musk meeting with an investment authority here in Qatar. But Boeing also with the Qatar-related catalyst. That's right. We do have Donald Trump and the Emir here of Qatar announcing a deal here. Boeing getting a pretty large purchase here, a purchase order for the 787 jets from Qatar. And actually, we had Donald Trump claiming that this was the largest ever order, one of the largest ever orders. Nothing that we could confirm, but either way, that excitement pushing Boeing to the upside. AMD initially had a nice push to the upside. Now it's languishing a little bit here, announcing a $6 billion buyback deal. And like NVIDIA and SMCI did also announce some collaborations here with Saudi Arabia when it comes to these partnerships. So lots of tickers to watch out for, especially on the semiconductor side of things. Make sure to like and subscribe as we send you off to our friend Neil. This lesson of the day. Take it away.
Thank you, Adair. Thank you, Sharif and Joe. Lesson of the day today, something we say almost every single day, but sometimes it's like, it's not just what you say or how you describe it. Like, what does it look like in practice? Like, everyone talks about indicators like, oh, bull flag, bear flag, as if it's some simple thing that looks exactly like it does in a textbook. Well, being patient isn't something that is so easily quantifiable in trading. However, like certain other things, you kind of know it when you see it. And what I want to get to today is the level of patience you've needed in this market, depending on your trading style. For most trading styles, you need a little bit extra with the volatility we've had, and that was put to the test, I think, today. You had the market, I'm going to, maybe before I get into the individual stocks, you had the market essentially dancing around. Like, look at the Nasdaq yesterday, look at the Nasdaq in the overnight, and then look at that Nasdaq at the open. So it's a complete like wash back and forth, like traps here and there, eventually settling into what seems like a very slight upward trend. So it's choppy. At some stocks strong, some stocks weak. It was a complete mess. And so what that requires of you, at least what worked today, no questions asked, was a level of patience that meant you have an idea of a stock in a direction and you have a reason to get in. And if that reason is gone, then you get out and wait for another reason to get in. And the examples for me are one that is still, as the market going, trending down. But why was AMD able to be a winning trade? Why? Because it got to VWAP, we traded it, it failed the high of the day. You know me, sometimes when I get out, it looks stupid. Other times I get out, it looks genius. I'll show you Tesla in a bit too. So this one, you want to take credit for that? Well, then I got to get out at 343 on Tesla and look like a fool for that one as well. But we lost VWAP and we're out. We're in, we're out when we lose that prior bar candle. And then even though I'm still looking for long in AMD, I have to let it give me a reason. And it wasn't until it approached the prior high, it was 117.5, go out to the daily chart as well, and then we got the wick underneath 118, that puts it in the target area, bottoming tail candle, buyers emerge, we take a couple of shots long. It could not break that prior resistance at 119.5. So you know me, I'm getting out, the market's not giving me any direction, so I'm scalp trade only, and then suddenly, when this happens, I'm not looking at VWAP anymore. Got rejection here, you get a lower high rejection, still waiting for the test down at this level at the prior high directly. It bounces directly, breaks the trend. Now this is a trade. I'm going to have this 10 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10 because maybe it happens on a stock that I don't like. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have that trade. It's breaking the trend line. It's off the support line. So I'm going to take my shot at it. Now granted, could I have scalped out 30, 40 cents? Well, I think this one's much better than this trade here. So we don't. That's probably a fail. But that's the level of patience. Reason to get in, reason to get out, reason to get in, reasons to get out, and then wait. And it was a similar thing for Tesla. I didn't even get into Tesla until 9:45, and then, that's me. And then again here, and that's why I was FOMOing at 11:18. You've got to be patient in terms of waiting for when the opportunities to strike come in. SMCI was the same thing. Was it clean at the open? I don't think so. I wanted SMCI long. We didn't take it till 9:50. It wasn't good until 10:15. You weren't adding off of VWAP until 11:21. So this was heavy downtrend. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a V-shaped recovery. Tesla's a V-shaped recovery. There's a bunch of V-shaped recoveries. All of those trades would be working if you're able to just sort of hold it forever or just average into death. But if you can be patient enough to wait for your reason to get in, happen, acknowledge if it's not really doing what you want, get out, be willing to take profit or get out, be willing to get in when it gives you a reason again. You're all about making decisions as a trader. And sometimes, even though you're bullish on something, the decision needs to be to get out so you can live to make another trade when it looks good again. That's the beauty of being an active trader. And for those of you might be on like PDT or something, or you can do limited numbers of trades, it's even more important because you don't get very many shots at it. So you can't just, if you're on PDT, you can't just sit there going long off VWAP and then holding it till, I don't know, like 42. You're gonna be sitting there like, oh, this is my one trade, I just have to hold this against me. But if you wait for it to set up, if you wait for it to actually look good, then you'll have more confidence in your trade. You're gonna, trust me when I tell you this, you're gonna miss a few to make a few because sometimes you've gotta be willing to miss the trade to make the trade. So we talk about and preach patience all the time. It was a super choppy market this morning and it could have chopped you up. And a lot of times it would have chopped me up today, but it was only patience and waiting for those correct entry points, following your rules, getting out when it doesn't hold the trend, getting out when it doesn't look strong, not getting in until it looks perfect on your setup. That's what patience means. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to get out early. Sometimes you're going to miss the trade because you were really patient with it. But what else is going to happen is you're not going to blow yourself up before the move happens if you can display that kind of discipline. It's not easy. Trust me, we all go through it. It's not an easy thing to do. But if you can be truly patient, then you can up your trading game. Best of luck, everybody. Go Tesla. And that's your lesson today.
I like that. I like how he closed out there. You see that?
You
see how he closed out there?
Go Tesla.
Go Tesla. That's my man.
Yeah, man, like, can we pull up my screen here real quick? Oh, why?
What happened, Joe?
Why wonder? Everybody remembers that song, but yeah, I don't know why I just decided to punch out break even. I'm like, you know what? That's enough of QBT. No. And I do this stuff when I'm slightly. I said to Shreve, it's about to break out. Why did I do that? And liquidity grabbed me. I'm like, let me get out. And now it's just absolute
trolling.
What did he say? What did he say?
He gave him womp womp womp.
Days. Yeah, there we go. That QBTS, man. Yeah, what a tough miss out on that one, and just absolutely going insane right now.
Yeah, it's going. Oh, they're all going.
Oh my days!
Rigetti, Monster Sweaty is flying
Sharif,
too,
this
bro.
thing is going crazy right now.
Nuts,
wow,
bro.
I had the breakout. Oh no! Why did I punch out and not add there? That's okay. We'll figure it out. I like Robinhood right now, guys. We'll see if we can figure something out on that front. I got to stop looking at QBTS because it's just pouring salt in the wound here as it goes parabolic here on the intraday. I'm going to keep my eye on Robinhood. But yeah, that trade is now set and gone. But yeah, really big breakout on QBTS, and you can see that volume really step in there, guys, as we break through some of these key resistance zones heading into 12. I'll be looking for any indecision on that front. Halar, it never fails. It happens to me all the time. And I know, Halar, we've talked about it before. It's either just let it hit your target or let it hit that stop loss. But I wasn't being too tough this morning. I'm like, I don't want to give up any of my gains here on the day, so I was playing it conservative. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we still got everything that we've locked in from NVDA. And NVDA is now putting in a new high a day. So we'll find another opportunity to trade, and I kind of like Robinhood over here, guys. So if the market wants to continue to climb higher, and maybe Tesla as well for a continuation in the strength. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities, but we had that one sniped, guys. I talked about precision entries. So we had that nice move here, that precision one on that, and then I added looking for the continuation, and this is essentially what I was looking for with this ad here, but we didn't get that, and then we eventually took a small loss on it because I was free rolling on that, and then I entered again, and then I just came. I was like, it doesn't want to go, so I just stopped out break even there. I didn't even take a loss or anything like that. But yeah, we end up, when you do things like that, you miss those big moves, Sharif. So you got to live with it.
I know the feeling too well, Joseph. So I can share that kind of sentiment with you guys. TSLL, we got out of a little bit of trouble.
Oh, I like it here.
Pardon me?
I like
yeah. So I'm break even on it now, 1 penny in the money. We got a couple of prints to the high side. Sad for me though, I didn't have the orders layered. I didn't think it was going to pop up in this fashion. Go up to use the bathroom while Neil's dropping his lesson of the day, and we get a couple of prints. But alas, we've got several topping tail candles now. That's the bad side of the equation. The good side of the equation is that we're still defending that 10 EMA. On the 5, the 10 exponential moving average on the 5-minute chart. It's been defended on a 4-candle basis right now with both wicks and closing prints above the 10 EMA. Does it last? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's all about putting the odds on your side. That's what trading is all about. Making sure that you have the best setup the best way you know how. So that's what I'm doing right now. We'll see if that continues. I'm taking prints here on ADCT, another one that's been very respectful of the volume weighted average price. It holds it on a 4-candle basis around that 165, 166 area. It's right back into above that $1.75, 176. My print at 176 not getting filled, nor is 78, nor 80. Reason is, it's not crossing 76, so it's got to cross. It's got to get above that 76 penny level for the order to trigger. It is not doing that at the moment, so trying to pack my patience with this one, but I've layered the orders out in the way that I like, at the levels that I like, so come what may, and we'll keep tabs on that. NWTN is kind of crazy, okay? Now, here's the deal. So, I have a rule not to trade these small cap gappers when the price action is below the volume weighted average price. But if you guys are looking at this, look at that 90 penny level right here. Why does it keep holding up here? And I'm looking at it on my black charts, and it looks like a solid level. So in my humble estimation, the money fills on NWTN are in that mid to low 90s area, and then you're getting aggressive moves up, but they're not lasting. There's no subsistence here in these moves. They're all V-shaped retracements that retrace in the next candle. Case in point, look at this candle over here on the 5. It breaks out from 96 pennies, goes to $1.30, drops all the way back down to $1. Same thing over here. This is where we were involved. This is a 2-candle setup. 11.50, 11.55, rockets from 96 pennies, prints at high date, $1.32, drops all the way back down to 92 pennies. So the money fills here on NWTN seem to be in that low 90s. I'm done talking about it. We're going to put an order out now for that 95 penny level, come what may. If it ends up printing, it prints. Good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Simple as that. So that's what we're looking at right now. And let's go to the next trade here. ATOS continues to hold the level, but no prints above 5. There's clearly a seller at 5 over here. I won't be convinced otherwise. It's been rejecting that 5 penny level since 11.50. So the better part now of over 25 minutes. What else we got over here? TSLL, as I mentioned, break even on this one, but I'm kind of concerned about the setup. The only thing kind of keeping me optimistic is the respect for the 10 EMA on the 5. We'll have to see how long that lasts. I don't think it is going to be forever and ever more. Why is the market selling off? Says Charles Zhang. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Charles. I'm looking at the NQ, and the market is at 21,385. The high is 405. So we're like 20 points off the high. The low, 21,238. So about 150 points south. So I wouldn't say we're selling off, Charles, but I see what you're saying there. Roland, that is my previous profession. So if I do sound like that, that's by design. All right, so we're going to keep an eye out on the small cap gappers that we've got right now. We'll hoping for the best with Tesla, but anything below that 1505 area, Gonzino, we're going to cut that one. Joseph, what do you got on your side, my man?
Yeah, I'm in some TSLL with you here. We got roughly the same price here. So
you always gotta have a little bit better there. Okay.
I mean, we can't get that precise. Let's see. I'm out though, Shreve. If we crack these lows, 51.11, so I'm only going to give this 10 cents or so. I'm looking for the continuation in this trend, but if it decides that it wants to break lower, then we might be able to get a retest of the volume weighted average price. But let's go TSLL. Google's just gone absolutely insane here today, guys. I love how you've mentioned that.
4.5?
Yeah. Google's just,
Well, we talked about I gave my opinion on that one. A couple
big things there. Yeah. There's a lot in the pipeline on that front.
What happened to them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's pull up some AMD. My guy Pizza Rat and some other traders were talking about this one here earlier in the day. So let's pull up Advanced Money Duplicator now because it's up. I think it's.
He's flipped the switch again.
Yeah, exactly. We're flipping the switch here. On that, I mean, I stopped trading AMD for so long, guys. I'm like, this thing is just, I'm not in sync with it whatsoever, and I very rarely intraday trade it. But I mean, up quite a bit off of those lows, guys. So good luck here on AMD. Let's take a look at the intraday trend to see what we got going on. I thought maybe we'd see some more continuation, but you can see for the past couple sessions just outright strength here, guys. A $6 billion buyback, and I think they inked about a $10 billion deal as well, too, with the Saudis. So there you go. It's inked the deal with the Saudis. Bang, the next day you go and you buy $6 billion worth of your shares back. So let's see if we can get the ball rolling here on AMD. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just get it done, right? So there it is, transferring money into one way and the other. So yeah, let's see if it can pop through the volume weighted average price. It's not good that we've been hovering below VWAP for this long from an intraday standpoint. So you have to be patient with this one. You want to be grabbing the lows of this range. I don't know about grabbing the highs for the breakout. I don't think that's really going to work. But looking for this continuation in Tesla, we're not getting it, Shreve. And so I'm just slowly chiseling away at my gains here, which I don't love doing. but it is what it is. If you got to risk money to make money, it's scared money don't make money.
Doesn't.
So yeah, let's see what we got going on. 15.10. We're gonna hop out of this. I started half decently aggressive because I was looking for the continuation in this trend here, considering the volume was supporting that. And then you can see as we start to pull back, the volume profile is cooling off as well too. So that's what you want to see. So we just got to be patient enough to wait for buyers to step back in, and hopefully that volume comes along with it, and we can go and test that high day. But oh, Sharif,
what?
Why did I enter this? I did forget about those high levels of OI at 350, so that can explain.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know why I was longing, but anyway.
Well, we've got some room between there and that 350, though, Joseph.
We do. But once it's already rejected it once, right?
But can I say a point there? And I'm sure you already know this. Look at the higher lows. You're not getting that explosion that we got here. Certainly, you're just not getting that.
No.
But look at that. Look at higher low, higher low, higher
that's
low.
a positive sign. That's
so we'll see.
Okay, here we go. Get a nice little pop right there, up to 24s there, guys. So let's go. My target here, guys, if you're curious about that one, it's going to be the high of the day, right? Or just slightly below it. So we'll call it 1540s if we can tap into those levels. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So, Namel, what is your AMD entry? I haven't traded AMD, nor am I going to be trading AMD today. Palantir at the low of day, watching for indecision, says my guy Gorev. All right, I like that there, Gorev, too. I was looking at Palantir. Don't love the price action pattern, but again, keep your eyes on. If you see anything, obviously let me know, please, and thank you. Much appreciated. We're going to go over my NVDL one more time because that was the trade of the day for me, and that's what's just holding up everything. So a nice look on NVDA for the continuation of strength, just using the 2x leverage product. So for every 1 percentage point move, you get 2 here in NVDL. So you can see it's double the return of what NVDA is up here on the day. So you can see I entered here and then I 110% add right there and then pop, even though I did get stopped out with about 30% of it there, Sharif. But still happy with that one.
All right, man. Rigetti's coming in at 12, guys. And this interests me very much because 12 and the 10 exponential moving average on the 5-minute chart are overlapping, basically. I think maybe the 10 is at 11.95, but given its proximity to the whole dollar, one has to assume that the whole dollar here will likely be the support, previously resistance. Now, as I look at this a little bit more, 1190 did act as price action resistance. Look at that move up where I wet the beak right before that, rejects 90, drops down to 60, high 50s, and then pops all the way back up. So are we getting yet another opportunity on Rigetti? Knees are freaking heavy at the 10 EMA. I'll submit to you, this is the third time since that 1020 breakout from the lows at 10 and a quarter, that 1030 time slot at that $10.25 level. That was the low area of the day. We kind of popped up into 11 and a quarter, retraced back down into 11 where the 10 EMA was. We then rocketed up almost to 12, 1190, drop back down again to 1150 where the 10 EMA was. Here it is again from 1150. We go to 1240, drop back down to 12. Yes, where the 10 EMA is. Do we get in here, Joseph, or is this one running its course? Is the best trade kind of behind it here for Quantum, Rigetti, QBTS, QUBT, IONQ, whatever you want to trade here? It looks like the group is running. So here's what I'm doing, Joseph. We're doing it live.
All right.
We're going to go long, and we're going to give it, 11 mid-90s. All right, that's the deal. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going to throw that stop there, and then we're going to put some beak wetters here for what's going on, Neil? eToro's open. All right, the IPO everyone was waiting for. ETORO, I don't know. I had it ETRO, I think it is. No, that's wrong. What is it, Neil? ETOR, thank you. Here it is. eToro open. It looks like the opening price, $69 and something. Thank you, Adara. Adara will come in a second. This one, let me flip to the one on this so we can get a better look. So we're still in the first minute. 72 high, 68.01 low. The opening print, it does look like was 69 something, 69.70, 69. Whoa. This thing is going mad.
Yeah.
Mad over here, Joseph. Zigging and
I was
zagging.
just about to tell you, full BP that right in there.
Full BP, yes.
Tap it.
And then we just go home after that because we're fired.
Yeah.
Right there.
Indefinitely.
Right, fired indefinitely, baby. No, seriously, ETOR, ladies and gents. That is eToro, the Israeli-based, I think, is it trading? Is it like a brokerage? I'm pretty sure it's like a brokerage. ETOR, there is the ticker there. We don't have any information on it. Let me know when you want to come in, Adara, so you can drop hotlines and let everybody know about the situation. ETOR, guys, IPO open currently. We're going to keep an eye out on that one. I'm going to settle the hell down. 68.01 low, $72 high. It's above 71 right now, trying to take out 71.50. All right, we're involved in Rigetti. Knees are heavy. Waiting for a print here at the high teens. I think I'm waiting at 19s, then mid 20s. It's got a higher low on the current 5-minute candle. So let's see which way this cookie crumbles, baby. TSLA is just starting to annoy me here. So I think, I'm going to try to pack my patience with that one.
Yeah.
ADCT, we took a couple of prints on that one at 76, doing well on that, but not exactly exploding to the high side. Jay Lee, short eToro. It's way high at 17 over IPO price, in my humble opinion. Thank you, Jay. Jay's looking at it from a very technical sense, and I really do appreciate that. He's looking at the IPO price relative to the opening price and making the educated assumption they are overvalued. So his bias right now is short. Shout out to the OG Jay Lee. We're going to keep an eye out on eToro. Jay, I think I'm going to steer clear of this one for a minute until it settles the hell down. I have something.
Oh,
I'm not plugged in.
Okay,
My mistake, bro.
No, it's all right. We're going to send it over to Adara over there, guys.
Hey, you asked for information here about ETOR, Sharif, and information about ETOR you shall receive. This is eToro. As you said, it is an Israeli company. They do, I believe, I was seeing earlier today, stock and crypto trading platforms. So similar to our friend Robinhood, seems to be what ETOR has to offer here. Opening price for this IPO, this is the 3-minute chart here, guys, $69.69. What an opening price there. I figured that might happen there, Sharif. So this is the opening price, but this is also notable, guys, because the pricing range, $46 to $50. This is well above the range and also well above the expected price at $52 per share. So that 69 opening definitely blows it out of the water. They're trying to raise $620 million here. That's what I was seeing. That is ETOR. And it's funny too, eToro, kind of similar to Webull with regards to Toro meaning bull in the logo, pretty much the same as well. So keep an eye here on ETOR. Keep an eye on any potential sympathy plays as well, like the aforementioned Webull or Robinhood. Back to you.
Era for that.
Back to life.
Back to reality.
NVDA 135.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Scary.
ETOR.
Yeah, we are. All right, guys, check this out.
Get it, Joe.
Every trader knows that if you want to grow, you have to risk more. At least that's how it used to be. Trade the Pool is changing that. You pay a one-time evaluation fee starting at just $47. That's your total risk. And you get a real shot at trading with up to $200,000 in company capital. You don't need a large deposit. You don't need years of experience. This is a limited risk trading platform built for any trader who wants to grow without putting everything on the line. Just a small skin in the game, and you're trading with real capital. Scan Trade the Pool's QR code to get 10% off and start your journey here at tradethepool.com there, guys. So check it out. Scan that QR code if you guys are interested. You see it $47. And there you go. You can try your first evaluation, see if you pass it. Where's our guy Stevenson at lately? Stevenson, oh, there he is. I see him in the chat.
What's he doing?
My guy, where you been at? I'm going to message him because he's been trying that one. So, yeah, I'm sure he's listening in the background as well, too. But I hear what you're saying on this Tesla, Sharif. Slightly getting frustrating. You can see that we have those lower highs as well, too. So if we just want to draw a basic TA in this consolidation phase that we're currently sitting on, this is where we could potentially add if we sit on the backside of this. But until otherwise, we're continuously rejecting this, and if we crack this support level, then I'm going to get out of Dodge. But that's what needs to happen. I think, in my opinion, that as long as we can sit on this on top of this 1525 level, then we'll be all right. And I think it might come into play. It just depends if we can get buyers to step in or our timings are incorrect. So that's what it may be. Sure. There might be another liquidity grab before we have the ability to add into the position, or we might even get stopped out, and then that's it. So we'll figure it out. Excuse me. I was looking for Luis Martinez in the chat, but I didn't see him. So, yeah, Patience is key, so I'm going by what Lewis says for day 2 there, guys. So yeah, sorry, might have to get some water.
Yeah. No worries. Do your thing,
water,
baby.
yeah.
All right, guys, ADCT, we're doing well on this one. I just took out a print at 76, now waiting at 78. This is the level we rejected last time. We couldn't clear 78 for whatever reason, because I've had that level posted for a hot minute. I'm talking about $1.78 on ADCT, up 34% and change, but yeah, and you can kind of see that. The closing prints on ADCT all reject 78s, despite the fact that the high of the day is 80. So it can't really shake this level. The volume also displeases me. It's about 1.72 million shares, so 1.75 million shares on the day. Not exactly a glowing endorsement. Uh-oh. Ozan's back.
Oh, I think.
Shout out to my man Ozan. I'm back, baby. What did I miss? We got an IPO, Mr. Ozan. Look at this, but over here, eToro is the ticker, and it's taking out highs. This thing's above 73 bucks, 40% now up. Yeah, so I don't know, Ozan, if you're into these IPOs or what the situation with you over there is, but this one is really getting parabolic with that $73. I think it's actually got a higher high there. I think 73.70 or so. Opened up at 69.69. They tell me that just is not a glowing endorsement to go long over here. Here we go. Dropping back down into 71 now. Volatility is this one's middle name, so be careful with that. Guys, we give back a little bit here on Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti. So we got in at 14s and I got stopped out at 12. So we gave out 14 pennies there. It did lose the 10, but if this one starts giving me new 5-minute candles to make new highs, then I get in. Currently, it's in a 4-candle red setup to the downside. That ain't my jam. So we're going to wait, see what we get, and we will not get upset. Shout out to my man, Neil. All right. TSLL is continuing to do its thing. ADCT just won't give me that 178 no matter what. And I've been posted there for a long time, so I know I'm higher up in priority there in terms of the order of filling. So I'm just packing my patience there. Ozan, I'm keeping my eyes on YB of it. What happened, Adara? Okay.
Yeah, I can talk about it. I was just going to
get it, Adara.
Do a private rating here. But yeah, I'm working an infographic right now on the many CEOs of UNH. There actually aren't that many, but it's funny how many left due to scandals is just a pattern I'm noticing right now. I'm not saying that's the case with Andrew Whitty. I'm not seeing any evidence of that, but the first 2 CEOs certainly did. And you'll get an infographic on that very soon, and I apologize for the spoiler alert. Back to you.
It would have lost a bit. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah,
Trading is what it is, right?
It is. But I mean, the longer that we sit in this range, I think it's better, maybe. What do you think?
Joseph, I always usually don't think that there's anything that happens by accident in trading and price action. It's so scripted, so orchestrated. If you're holding the 10 over and over and over and over, there's usually a reason for that. Something is basing it off that, and that's my opinion. I'm not 100% accurate, of course. But that's just my guess. And what I'm seeing here on TSLA and TSLL, Joseph, is higher lows and a very, very clear respect for the 10 EMA.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what I see. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to continue to hold it. I mean, like 1 penny in the money or 2 pennies in the money, but I'm fine with that.
Hey, it's better than no pennies.
I'll get stopped out, bro, to see it through.
Yeah, same.
You know
That's
what I
exactly
mean?
what I'm going to do. All right, we're in it together. Hey. Somebody said something in the chat here. I'm sorry. It kind of just slipped my mind as we were talking about Tesla. Yeah, thanks, Luis Martinez. Much appreciated.
Get it, Luis.
Learn with Kalina. Look at Bull. Yeah, we could take a look at Webull. We're on the backside of this trend here now, Sharif. So that's a positive sign. Let's see if we can crack through this resistance zone. Do we add to this position? I don't know.
In unison.
Yeah, let's go.
There it is.
I told you, it's looking good.
It doesn't happen by accident, Joey Options.
Nothing happens by accident in these markets, guys. Here, Webull volume really starting to step in above the volume weighted average price. So I would be looking for the continuation in the long here. Wait for that pullback. As you can see, it's on lower volume. So just pack your patience. But I'm liking Webull. If we zoom out on it from a daily, I think I took a couple stabs at Webull. One was really good. One was absolutely disastrous. but that's okay. Damn, 82% off of those highs. Let's go TSLL. There we are, Sharif. We missed the ad opportunity. Here we go, guys. I didn't take bull long, Jay Lee. I'm long Tesla. This is all I need to be sitting in right now. Sharif, I mentioned if we sit on the backside of this here, you guys have seen this market live, mark this live, and if we sit on the backside of this, then maybe we can continue to move higher and test this high a day. So far it's looking pretty good. I mean, we're not at the end game just yet, but I mentioned 1540 is going to be that primary target. But let's see if we can take that second leg higher here in Tesla, guys.
Adara, the OG Darwin in the chat says Steve Weiss announces he bought more United Health Group. So there you go.
Steve.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know because I know your affinity for that name. So yes. So UNH, shout out to the OG Darwin, live on CNBS. Looking to go long there on UNH. I was looking at this one earlier. I forget who it was. I think it was me, maybe me and Joseph. I'm not really sure. Yes, me and Adara. Yes. Let's show this. Really not a good chart. This is not a good chart. Yeah, this is really ugly, guys. I mean, this is a massive readjustment, and you just gotta just analyze the amount of money that flowed out of this. So from that area high, okay, let's just go back and give the exact dates here. So from that local high, April 11th, so let's just say a month, okay? Today's May 14th, whatever. Let's just go 605. Let's drag that down. The company's lost half its value in a month. That's crazy to me. This is a Dow component. This is supposed to be a stable name, right? I mean, wow. And as Neil always mentions, and something that I didn't know, the Dow is price weighted. So this thing was up, obviously a very expensive name. So the fact that it keeps tanking like this, certainly not helping the Dow. And those holding the DIA probably hate this stock. So that's the situation. Go Tesla, go. We're taking out levels. We're doing it live. Here we go. We're taking out that 37s. Give me that print, man. Give me that boom to the high side. All right, baby. We're doing it freaking live. What do we got on for Tesla? We got 19s. We're taking out 39s. I got shares on this one. So we're going to be able to hold a little bit here. Let's post at 42s. It's showing me 39s again. Can we clear 40s? The next level I'm waiting at above 42s is 49. That's not going to be good enough. Let's go ahead and wait mid 40s over here. So we're going to post at 45 as well. TSLL up almost 9%, 8.92. TSLA up 4.41%. It is a competition between three different names today, Joseph Wilson. Google, Tesla, Nvidia, they're all in that 4% club. Who ends up taking the cake? I knew you'd be pumped when you got back, bro. It doesn't happen by accident.
It doesn't happen by
accident. Right? That 10 EMA is a random level. You're telling me it's going to... Of course,
how's your average? Oh, FIFO.
We got shares on this one, Joseph, so we're going to hold on a little bit here, baby.
My God.
All right, we're doing it live right now, ladies and gents, and we're doing it live on this one as well. Go ADCT. We just took out 78s. Now I'm waiting at 80s. So this one's on one as well. We've got several more outs on this one, so you know where I'm going to wait. We're going to wait at 82s. Shout out to that year. We're going to Adara LePage. What do you got for us?
For that transition there, Sharif, Gabriel, keep an eye on Apple. I'm seeing here on X, apparently the company is planning on adding eye-scrolling features to its Vision Pro headset. They're also going to be looking to offer eye-scrolling in their Vision OS 3 update. Also, I want to share a fun fact. I dropped this in the chat too, but if you saw the market recap, you might have heard me mention Bespoke, which is a known quantity here on X. They do a lot of analysis. Basically, they posted yesterday that UNH has dragged down the Dow quite a lot. So from April 11th, it's actually apparently caused a cool 1,800 point drop in the Dow in total. If the UNH wasn't in the Dow, we would have a 3.5% move. I believe it was either year to date or from April, probably year to date there. But year to date, the Dow was actually at the time, which was yesterday, down 0.7%. So UNH single-handedly dropping the Dow. And again, definitely check that out on X. That's on Bespoke, though I will likely repost it as well. Just be aware here that I think, because you were mentioning, I wanted to bring that up, the extent to which the UNH has impacted the Dow is staggering. Back to you.
Crazy. And we had that feeling, Derek, because we'd wake up and the NQ would be up, I don't know, hundreds, and the ES would be tens, obviously not hundreds, and the Dow would be looking flat. It's like, what's going on with the Dow? Well, your friend UNH is the party pooper. Ali Swans wants me to look at AMPL for him. He says, or she, I don't know, over here, could you please check out AMPL? I picked up at 762. I don't know if it's presenting any indications of a reversal or continuation. Let's have a look. So this is the daily here. So you're well in the money, man. You picked up some at the bottom. Bravo. Bravo. That's a fantastic look. They're going to give you a round of applause for that. Amplitude Incorporated is the name of the company, a $1.6 billion market cap. They provide digital analytics platform that helps companies unlock the power of their products. They help businesses understand how people are using their products so they can build digital experiences. Sure. All right, let's look at the overall chart. Yeah, we've seen this stuff before coming from the highs of COVID. Many charts look like this, so let's not get too concerned. But look. You're asking, obviously, on the daily, because you picked this up at 762. No. What signs of reversal are you seeing there? I see higher highs, higher lows. Look at that day yesterday. Even when you sold off aggressively, this candle here is just a glowing endorsement that somebody loves this stock. So much so, they let it drop below the previous day low and bought the hell out of it, almost taking it back to close green and to the highs. A skosh off the highs. The high there was 12 something. This thing ended up closing 1191. So this is a fantastic look. I would say you're likely going to encounter some resistance between 1275 to 13, given the amount of chop and churn that we had over here. I don't know what your thinking is on this one. If you want to wet your beak, maybe a little bit before that key area of resistance, I'll submit to you probably 1275, 13. And then if you really get lucky, you take out this area high. You take out this area high over here, you're setting up real well, because then you're looking at, back maybe into 20 bucks. I don't know exactly where, maybe even 32. Look at that area low back in January of 2022. You'll have to look at that as a technical area of resistance as well, likely to be 30. So you're above the 200 exponential, you're above the 200 simple. Obviously, you're above the 50. I don't see signs of reversal on AMPL. I think you got a banger trade there at 7 something. You're obviously almost doubled your money. 14 doubles your money. So good look on you. If you're asking my opinion, I don't see any reversal signals, Joseph.
Yeah, guys. So I only sitting on half of this position here on Tesla. I mentioned to you guys 1540 is going to be that target, because for some reason I just had that little bit of that hunch that we weren't going to crack through those highs. So there it is, guys. I'm only sitting on just half of it. I mentioned that just now, but you can see we rejected that. Now constructing that lower high here, guys, and looking like we might come into that break even. But I was telling Sharif, this is the add opportunity, and then you just take that 15-20 cent move right there, really aggressive. So okay, yeah, I had a couple people in the chat asking me to take a look at some things here. So let's go over, what was it? Somebody asking me, Joseph, can you take a look at NVDA's options chain to see the next potential level, I believe was the question. Most definitely. We can do that without a doubt. Let me pull up my TSLA up here. I mean, this thing's blue skies now. It's absolutely fantastic. I think this is going to be a runner and continue to run into the earnings. And one thing I was just thinking as I was going to the washroom, what is their forward guidance going to look like now that these guys are striking this deal? I might have to hop out of Tesla here momentarily, but that's all right. We took a nice little move on that one as we come back to the break even. And yeah, I'm out there, guys. So there it is. Out of Tesla, let's see, 137 has 53,000 open contracts. I got to go all the way down to those 120s. Oh my days. Okay, so those have been absolutely lifted. So if we go back to earlier in the week, I think on Monday at 120 or 121, there was over 100,000 open contracts at that 120 strike price, and now we're sitting at half of that. So see you later. A lot of people got squeezed out of that, and it probably happened yesterday there, guys. But 137.53, we got some overhead. 135, we have some overhead as well too. You can see we're kind of struggling at those levels. 135 is larger. We got 88,000 current open contracts at that. And then for this week's expiration, I think 88 is going to be that highest level. But I want to pull up my X to see, because I posted Monday morning the NVDA chain, just referring to the rollover. that we could have seen from the previous week. So I want to take a look to actually see what that contract sizing was, because I'm pretty sure it just took a 50% haircut. So a lot of people getting destroyed on that. So yeah, there it is here, May 12th here on Monday, guys. You can see it at that, where is it? Yeah, 157,000 open contracts on Monday, and now we're sitting at like 67,000. See you later. Those offside traders that just got blown through the water, and then that could maybe justify some of the squeeze that we've seen yesterday on NVDA, Sharif.
Yes, sir. Tesla is coming back down here, so I've moved up my stop to this area low. So I'm long 19s. We've taken out the majority of the position into 40s. There he is. We get stopped out for the remaining amount. Still a good trade, though, I think. So we'll give back a little bit over here. $15 is where I'm looking. Oh, what's going on? We're in TSLL, Katina, man, not TSLA, but you know. Oh,
2x levy.
2x levy there. Yeah, as it comes back down into 15. Here's the deal.
Bringing your lunch over here, Katina, man?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think he's going to get it right now.
It's tanking. I'm out of it. I got out of that break even. You're out of it now, too, sure?
Yeah. I took a bit of a loss on the last little part. I was long 19s, got stopped out 11.
It failed that new high day break, right? So I'm like, okay, we took some off, and I just left 50% for that high day break. But then as soon as it came back, right, if we're going to be relatively stronger, I didn't think we were going to come back to that break even. So that's why I just got out right there. And you can see we cracked some key support levels on that one.
Yeah, but if we come into that 15, that's the 345 level. I like it there.
You like it?
Yes, I do. Look at that previous air. Look at that rounded top. That starts from around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It peaks at 8:10, and then it drops all the way back down to 337. So that peak right there at 8:15 or so, that's 345. So on this chart, on TSLL, it's basically 15:05.15. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch. If it loses 15, obviously I'm out, but I do like this level over here, even though it breaches a lot of these moving averages that we're looking at. And it's finding support at 345 actually on TSLA. So I'm going to get back in. I'm going to get back in small size, and I'll defend into 15. That's my move right now. Let's see what comes of that. Adara, what's up?
Really nice push here for US dollar. So if you're a Forex trader right now, long the USD, congratulations. I'm seeing this report on X, not seeing any source for it, but basically the US reportedly not seeking to weaken the dollar as part of its trade deals. So on this sign here that the US is reportedly not looking to weaken the dollar as such actually gets stronger here. Great look for the DXY today, and back to you.
Thank you, Adara, for that. Yeah, it's really interesting there. And we've heard what Donald has to say, Adara. He's talked about wanting the dollar to be weaker. He wants to increase exports, right, to make it more attractive for foreign buyers using their currency. And if it obviously is weaker than the US dollar, or sorry, the US dollar is weaker relative to their currency, they can buy more of their products. Obviously, when the US dollar goes higher, it makes exports less attractive because they're more expensive. So that's a stated goal he's had for a long time, much to the chagrin of many people in his party that actually champion a stronger dollar. So we'll have to wait and see which way this cookie crumbles, but needless to say, it's an interesting proposition. We'll have to see if he actually follows through with that, Joseph.
Yeah, absolutely. Jay Lee, now I think you're starting to fall in the Kyle Burdett realm there, my friend. Take it short.
Well,
he wants to short everything.
He's said that he's biased. I think
Did he?
once we had tariffs, he told me in the chat. He's like, I'm biased, short for a while now. That's the thing. Aiden Bridge, I didn't get the opportunity to. I should have. But again, I was kind of just protecting my gains from earlier in the day. But that would have been a really nice ad here because that's what I usually do. So that's okay, guys. We're not going to get too upset about that. I mean, we tried the QBTS trade, didn't work out, but we sat patiently. Luis Martinez, shout out to you in this one, and then we got that breakout here on TSL and actually top ticked it. And then once we failed to crack that high day, then I was like, it's not going to be looking too good. But why did we reject it so heavy? And I think that the fact that Sharif mentioned to that 350 strike price definitely came into play here, guys, on Tesla. So you can see 39,000 open contracts ran right into it. That previous high of the day was exactly to be
349.88, and then we constructed another lower high at 349.17. So there you go, that call wall right at 350 coming into play there, guys. So good respecting of that one there, and that's what I was referring to earlier. They're not always respected. I mean, if we had that volatility spike and we were already trading in like the high 40s and that volatility came in, we would blow through that because there'd be enough supply and demand in order for us to do so. But that wasn't the case. We made that move and then we stalled right around that 350 strike price, and it is what it is. It broke down. Maybe we get another entry like Tariff said. You just have to be patient and wait to see. Are you in it again?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
We got the bottom there. Joseph just got printed there at 19s, waiting for that move into 22s. But I still got several profit takers here, or sorry, entries into the $15 level that have gone unprinted. So, you know, it's one of those ones where we got a wick down, but we didn't really, you know, make a newer candle to make a 5-minute high. So that does concern me. So I'm always caught between two minds here. Do I want it to drop down a little bit more so I can pick up some more at a key level? Or is if it drops down, then kind of a bearish sign? Here we go at 20s again, right back into that 10 EMA on the 5. Let's see if we're able to clear that 10 EMA because I'm keeping my eye on that 350. Katina, man, we got up to 350 on Tesla to the penny, and it rejected. Joseph, check the options chain. There's like a huge options wall in and around that level. The Katina man is still long NVIDIA at these levels. NVIDIA obviously has been a monster on today, 4% in the Greensville, so we'll keep tabs on that.
Go ahead, Joseph. Ask me what my average price is on NVDA.
What's your average price on Tesla?
Yeah. This guy, I have no. This guy did that. That's
Nah. Come on, bro. You want to dunk on everybody. I'm like, I'm just going to give this guy a free ride, man.
It's all right.
No, I'm playing. Go ahead, Joseph. Tell him. You told me it's a banger.
105. We got average price there. No.
No, it's not easy too, dude. I mean, NVIDIA was in a downtrend. Let's be honest. We got lower lows, lower highs. I personally couldn't see a technical breakout above that trend. You had a trend line there drawn.
Yeah, I did.
And when that trend line got broke, what'd you do?
Exactly. I started buying.
Bang.
Like, that's how simple it is, right? Trend down, as my guy Neil likes to say, trend down. Here. We cracked that trend down.
Joe,
we're on the back side of it there. And then there we go. We just take it. We start grabbing some. I actually did average into it a couple times, but it is what it is. But I mean, 105, I'll take it, FIFO. So, dang.
FIFO. Yeah. Ladies and gents, IXHL is almost up 1,000%, and it's on the way to $1 here, 89, basically 90 pennies, the high of the day. It is essentially 89.96 at the high as we speak. What is the deal here? Do we get a break and take maybe into that $1? I'm going to give this one the old community college try. Let's give this one a try, and I don't mind DCAing into about that 80 penny area. So we'll see how this one ends up acting. 87 and change, 88. Technically, as I mentioned, the high 89 pennies. Let's throw some orders here at what I perceive to be key levels. So we'll throw in an order there, and then we'll throw another order down here. I'm going to wait at 82s as well. Let's see if we can get something on IXHL. But dangerous, obviously, punching in at the highs, but it's up 1,000%. So maybe there's a lot of people looking at this one, and we get a nice big move into that $1 area. IXHL, obviously, it's a small cap gapper, penny stock, south of $1, but it is trading quite well at the moment. 88s again. Here we go. Can we get that big boy break? We're getting that tape teleportation. You can see all that orange and that green come in on the left side of your screen. Right there, yellow, in case you're wondering, our mid prints. Green is buying on the ask. Orange is buying above the ask. Red is selling on the bid, and blue is selling below the bid. So it kind of gives you an idea, just using colors, about kind of the state of the name right there. Is there a lot of buying? Is there a lot of selling? So we're going to pack our patience and keep an eye out on that. Let's go back to TSLL over here as we zig and zag. We got this one at 12s, coming back into 15s. Yeah, I don't like the look of this one's jib, Joseph. We're just going to cancel this one here, take the profits, and get the hell out of there. Keeping an eye, obviously, on eToro. It's substantially lower than the high there, 74.23 the high. This one is losing the bid. It looks like it's down to about 67.5, 67 2/3, with the low of the day, I think, being 67 on the dollar there. Still up 30% over that IPO price. Shout out to my main man, Jay Lee, who said, short this one. It's opening up substantially higher than the listed IPO price. So we're going to keep tabs on that one, guys. NWTN as well, another one we were involved in. Where's that one at? I think I removed it. Yeah, so I'll have to get that one back. I think I switched it for IXHL. But yeah, NWTN right back above the volume weighted average price as well. So I'm going to be keeping my eye there. Let's see if this one can take out that $1.32. It's been having a lot of trouble taking out that $1.32. An obvious double top there, guys. If you're trading that one, trade it carefully.
Absolutely. All right, my good buddy Zach Bobek. Let's take a look at HIMS for you there. And I was talking with somebody, I forget who it was. This stock has been in play for a significant amount. Actually, I shouldn't say significant. For some time, I guess. Multiple ebbs and flows, I guess you can see here. But starting, I guess, in the earlier of the month, or in the late last month, it was most definitely in play, and I haven't, and it's my fault that I haven't been trading it, but I'm not overly familiar, and I don't love this health stuff, the healthcare sector. I don't love it necessarily, but HIMS, you want to see what it's going on from a daily standpoint, or sorry, an intraday standpoint. We can do that. Are you so looking like you want to? Can it get to / above the volume weighted average price? Yeah, I mean it's looking like it can right now. You can see you have multiple touches and you haven't constructed any form of a low. But what I would do here is you can see this consolidation phase right now, multiple touches, and it's looking like half decent considering if you can sit on the backside of this. Are you going to get all the way up to the volume weighted average price? That I can't tell you. You just have to sit in the trade and be patient. And thanks for letting us know that, Brian Collins. Much appreciated there, my friend. I guess that's a little late. I scrolled up. But there we go. So sitting on the backside of this trend, a positive sign. Can you get all the way up to the volume weighted average price? Maybe, possibly. You have to wait and see. But you can see that you have some key resistance zones that you need to punch in through first. I would look to trim some. If you get up into the 62.36 level, trim some there, and then you can leave a little bit of a runner for that final target there on that being on HIMS, the volume weighted average price there. So yeah, QBTS is sucking, to be honest with you. I'm glad that it's kind of selling off. I missed that trade. How petty of me, I guess. But anyways, yeah, this is what we had here. We had that breakout, and then we just stopped out break even. I went up to this 1165 level. There's high levels of open interest at that 12th strike. So you can see we just got below that 1165, came right back down, but holding this base really, really well there, Sharif. Multiple touches on the 5-minute time frame at that 1077-ish level there. So yeah, I wouldn't be trading this. It's moving to eastward for me, a lot of choppy attempts. I took 2 stabs at it, didn't work, so we're just going to find some other things that are trending, and that's going to be the likes of Tesla, Google, absolutely insane, and I'm going to call now the chosen one, NVDA.
There's my guy. All right, you know, what's happening tonight, Joseph?
Leafs.
Thank you.
Dang.
I know you knew that, obviously. It kind of goes without saying. Yeah. All right, some thoughts. Give us some.
Hold on 1 second.
Because the Katina man's here, so we're gonna create some controversy.
I want to tell you this.
All right.
He-Man, there will be some comments. Anyway, He-Man in the chat.
He-Man.
Yeah.
What?
No, listen.
What?
It's Peiko.
What?
It's Peiko OR. It's Peiko OR. Peiko OR is now coming on as He-Man. Don't think I don't know it's you, Peiko. I know it's you.
He doesn't have the power, though, bro.
He doesn't have the power. Well, but I seen the other day they are filming a live-action He-Man movie. Yeah, a new He-Man movie. Yeah.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, I swear to God.
You're trying to hurt me?
No, I'm being dead honest. Yeah, is Sharif being casted as He-Man?
Bro,
yeah, he's the
Fabian, I do it for free, bro. Yeah. They wouldn't even have to pay me. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Nah. Like, okay, Joseph.
Yeah.
All seriousness.
Yeah.
You get offered a big boy movie.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't get paid. But it's gonna be a blockbuster. You do it for free?
Do I get royalties?
No, it doesn't matter, Adara. My thinking here, Adara, chime in. Adara, come in. My thinking here, Adara.
Jay Powell's opened the door.
Is do you set your name by having that big part so you can get paid next time. So if you were not to get paid the first time, that's what I'm trying to say.
I have a response.
Go.
Orlando Bloom did something of that sort when he took the role of Legolas in Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think he got paid something the equivalent of like $130,000 for the whole trilogy, which is nuts when you consider, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's you know, comparative to his role. But I mean, at that point, he really was, as he put it, he was just out of school. He had a great performance in Midsummer Murders. I would highly recommend everyone Google. But other than that, no one knew who the man was. So he said he had no problem doing it because he wanted to take the role. Also, please Google his pitchfork scene in Midsummer Murders, all of you. Back to you.
I love that. Thank you for
Orlando
that,
Bloom.
Adara. All right, no, all I was trying to say was...
I'm doing it, yeah.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
Because you're getting that name, you're getting that exposure. You know you're going to get a couple of roles after that.
And then I'm getting the James Bond role after that.
Oh, my man wants to be 000 over here, bro. Shout out to you. No, I'm kidding. For real, though, I would... Yeah.
00 is sick, bro.
Stupid good. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Who's your favorite James Bond? Come with it. Come with it real.
Piers, man.
Huh?
Pierce Brosnan. Isn't that it?
It's not Sean Connery?
No, dude, I wasn't during the Sean Connery era. This guy's... No, how? But how? Isn't it Die Another Day? Probably one of the best? It's Piers, though. It's Piers. It's Piers, Sharif.
No, man, come on. It's Sean Connery, man.
No, there's no way.
No,
he was doing
Joseph,
it in like
you're hurting me right now, man.
Like, in what decade was he doing it?
Neil, get in here, Neil.
It's Piers, man.
Neil.
It's Piers.
Yeah. No. That is crazy right now.
It's
yelling. It's a good thing it was muted.
It's
okay.
Piers.
Let's all breathe for a second. First of all, go Tesla. Get back to the upside. Everyone wants to see it go. Everyone wants to see a 350 break. If you're gonna sit here and tell me that I have nothing against Pierce Brosnan.
Neither do I.
But if you're gonna sit there and tell me that the best James Bond isn't one of Sean Connery, and I would even look. I mean. Heck, I'll put Timothy Dalton ahead straight up of Pierce Brosnan, and that's not even close. Daniel Craig, to me, is right there with Timothy Dalton is number 2. Okay?
Same.
So don't give me any of this Pierce Brosnan.
Come on,
no,
man.
I've watched every single Bond at least 2 or 3 times. My dad read all the books. He's a huge fan. I love James Bond. And that is absolute blasphemy. And it's nothing against Pierce Brosnan. He is fantastic, but rewatch those movies. Those were, like, he had a little bit of the Roger Moore James Bond going on, which is fine if you're into that. But it was just a little bit too, hey, man, at the end of the day, James Bond's supposed to kick some butt. You know what we're saying here? So, yeah, enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. Go eat some pie,
You
brother.
think I was around in the 60s too, bro? How old do you think I am?
I don't want to watch
He wasn't in my generation.
Dude, the Sharks
But he's still the OG.
The Sharks had lasers. The Sharks
freaking lasers.
None of this Sean Connery BS.
Yo, I love
Pierce
this chat,
Brosnan.
bro. This is no. Joseph, stop doubling down on this, bro.
Die Another Day is the greatest thing ever. Isn't he on the front of GoldenEye too?
That's a good one. GoldenEye was sick. Okay, I get that. There was a video game. I had the video game. It was good. Yeah. But dude, there is nobody that's better than Sean Connery, man. That's disrespectful, Joseph.
I've never even watched. Exactly. Goldenfinger and none of like some of the Sean Connery ones. I haven't seen a single one of them, nor will I ever watch.
Wow, he's doubling down even more. He's tripling down now. The Katina man's upset now. He had to slap himself.
It's a face slap. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
This is how it does, man. I know if we were to put the poll up right now, I bet you
it's gonna be Sean Connery.
It's Pierce.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I think people may do that just to like humor you a little bit, but I don't know, man. I think the real OG Sean Connery, baby.
All right, guys, put it in the chat. Who's the best one, Pierce or Connery? Whoa.
Hold on, let's see what Adara has to say about this. Adara, chime in here, man. Let us know.
Matter.
What's the situation on your end there, Adara? Are you up? Go ahead.
The only Bond movie I've seen in full was Spectre, so the only Bond I've been fully exposed to was Daniel Craig, but I fell asleep during that movie. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. So I'm not going to say him. I'm going to say Connery because I think it's iconic, pun intended. So with that, I'm going to close the J-Pow door once again.
She shut the door on us and again, Joseph. Look, brother, I think Pierce Brosnan is a hell of an actor. Isn't he in that new Mob family?
I have no
Where's
idea.
Brendo at? Brendo's not here. But he was the one that telling me to watch it. I'm pretty sure Pierce Brosnan is in some new, it's on Paramount.
Yeah, I
Mob,
think
the Mob family.
Yeah, I think he had a
No,
new
it's a
movie,
series,
too.
Joseph. We're going to find out in a second over here. But we're doing it live right now, guys, on IXHL. So we're taking out levels over here. I did punch in at highs, but there was a method to the madness. There we go. We are really moving up here on IXHL. Let's wet the beak a little bit more there to de-risk. I want to save some for that dollar area, right? The idea here is to make our way up to that dollar because we know how this works. It's a different trade north and south of a dollar with these bad boys. So my next beak wetter is here at 96 pennies. I'm sure the chat's got lots to say about this topic over here. Assassino, can we possibly put a poll for the different James Bond? I'm going to send you all the different names. So you don't have to, because I know you're busy. So I'm going to send you. We have to do the tickers after that. That's the problem. We only got one poll. That's the thing. So maybe we'll do.
Can we do it for like? Can we throw it up for 20 minutes maybe, or no? Are we not? We can.
Yeah,
do it,
we
right?
can do that. We can
bend the rules a little bit here.
Yeah,
but I got to point something out here.
We got a super chat, Joseph, that we got to cover over here that we didn't. From Randy Hudson, $4.99 super chat. My man dropping cash in the chat. I just want to read this out because it's been a minute, Joseph. I made 300% on Apple calls Monday that I was dying to lose somewhere. I FOMO'd in to 760 on May 23rd calls for Lily. Will it bounce off 700 again? Thanks. You know, I'm not the best person to ask about Lily, but I do know somebody that is. So I'm just going to have a quick look there, Adara. And then I want you to chime in if you're able to, Adara, if you're not busy, because I know that that's your baby there. But there does seem to be quite a bit of support here at 700, at least on a daily on the daily chart. And it seems to be that way basically since February of 2024. Now, there have been times, like you can see over here, we've lost 70 or 700. But as you can see, when we lose it on a wick basis, we almost always close above it. Adara, what's your look on this one?
This is my weekly chart. And my weekly chart on Lily, if we may, shows me on the weekly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, lower highs, lower lows. So right now, I am not as enthused about, as I used to call her, Mademoiselle, just because these lower highs, in my opinion, are not looking great. Like we had, and honestly, this looks like a triple top on the weekly here. We're on that 972. Then we had this 940s. It's going back to March of this year. Then we get that 900 level, basically even. So I would like to see, honestly, at this point, I'd like to see us hold 800 because 800 has been a little bit of a level. I like these $100 levels, especially on spready tickers. That being said, right now, I mean, I know, Sharif, you mentioned 700. I think 700 is pretty good. 691, I've noticed too, just on like a, a chart and tape basis, a little bit shorter term. So a couple levels I would like to see on LLY, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Those lower highs, lower lows on the weekly do not have me particularly enthused. It makes me think the stock could potentially lose some more weight unless it finds a little bit of a base. And honestly, if we can't find a base at this weekly support level around this low of like 718, because look at how many times you touch that. It's not a great look for me. Thank you for allowing me to chime in here, Sharif, on one of my favorite tickers. Back to you.
Thank you for that. Great analysis there. I think we had another super chat, so I just want to go through them, Joseph, before we go back to you. Greg Trail, $5 on the cash. Pierce Brosnan all the way. World is not enough. And Goldeneye, come on, bruh. All right, he's flexing. I'll give you that. Bruh. You got one supporter there in the chat.
How many super
all right,
chats,
are we going to do this chat or what?
How
many
super chats did Sean Connery get?
Oh, man, give me a break, man. Allo, health, ALLO, health reach stocks, this Marcus. Let's have a look at ALLO. Just look at that for you guys in a second here. ALLO.
The people want the
Allogen Therapeutics.
Poll,
pardon me?
The people want the 007 poll.
Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. We're going to do it in a second here, but Joseph, we got to look at these charts. Wow, what is this, bro? This is a tough-looking chart, man. Marcus, what are you seeing here, brother? Is there something you know about this name that we don't? Because all I see, brother, here are lower lows and lower highs, and this thing just can't seem to catch a bid for the life of it. I'm looking at ticker ALLO, guys, if you're wondering. This company is, just allow me a second over here, let you, Allogen Therapeutics. It is a $204 million market cap. They're a clinical stage immuno-oncology company focused on the development of genetically engineered allogenic T-cell product candidates for the treatment of cancer and autoimmune disease. You got to champion that cause, but does the market like what they have to offer? And just a cursory view here of the chart on the daily, I think I can answer no. Let's look at the weekly. Brother, this is a hard chart to look at, man. You know how it is with these biotech companies. It's like a feast or famine with them. You know, you can go like 100x, 200x, or you can go to zero or become a penny stock for a while. So I don't know anything about the company. I don't know anything about their product pipeline, my friend, but it is a really tough looking daily chart. If you're asking intraday, it's at the volume weighted average price from the sell side, so it's using it as resistance. Not much really I can say about that one, guys. So that's the situation there. Joseph, what do you got on your end, my friend?
Yeah, I was sending them some of the names there for everything, but I'm not sitting in anything right now. We got another $1 euro from Sammy Jabera. Doesn't say anything behind that. So if you want to put any form of message on there, then just put it in the chat, and I'll go over that for you very nicely. I'm going to send them one more, and we're going to get the poll up for you guys momentarily.
You want me to send it to him?
I just sent them four. Yeah, okay. I just sent them four. I put Piers, Sean Connery, Daniel Craig, and Timothy Dalton there. So I don't even know who that guy is, but
Neil, what was the guy that came after Sean Connery again in the 70s? Michael, something more, Roger Moore?
Yeah,
I think we should have probably put Roger Moore
over there. Yeah, I mean, if we have to think of his name like that, he might not be worthy there.
Well, it was in the 70s, Joseph. License to Kill, apparently he was good there.
License to Kill is a good one. How many James Bond movies are there?
There's a lot, man.
There's a lot, man.
There's a lot.
Okay, yes. Bear vs. Bulls, always be sure to remind me. He's always on top of the game. We're going to fill out the Playmaker poll right now. Thank you for that one. We're going to put it in. We're going long, 79% to the top side. Sharif, let's do this up. Number 93 from a data collection standpoint. We got some columns to fill, but we'll get that done. All right, Sharif, talk to me.
Oh, my bad, man. I was just reading something.
Yeah.
587.30.
587.30.
We're going long, right?
Yeah, we're going long.
So we're taking it out at 589.30.
589.30, bang.
And we're getting stopped out 586.30.
586.30, love it. And we're going long. We're in right at 106 here. Should just do it from 1 o'clock, but yeah, we'll document that. There you go, BVB, and we'll get that topped in for you guys very nicely. Here he goes, Tesla. Good job, Sri. Are you still sitting in Tesla, or did you take it?
No, I took it out. Yeah. Did it drop? I'm not even looking
it's still continuing to climb here.
Oh, wow.
Apple is really dropping, though, and just moving total opposite of the market here, guys. As you can see, it wasn't really participating on that big up move that we've seen in the likes of Google, NVDA, and Tesla. It's now heading, it's already south of the low a day and going into some of these yesterday sessions areas. So watch out for AAPL not participating, but do you want to grab this stock here, guys, at this current price? I mean, it's still down quite a bit off of those all-time highs. 18% to be exact. If Donald Trump says it's a good time to buy, then I think so too. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get those votes in. Sean Connery with the landslide right now there, guys.
And then Daniel Craig. Man, I don't know what the
votes are coming in with 109 votes. Come on, my Pierce Brosnan fans. Let's get that going. Or Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig I can kind of get behind as well, man.
I think he was sick in some of those movies. Yeah. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, AAPL continuing to tank. Google coming off of the highs now as well, too, guys. So keep an eye out for that one. I didn't see any specific short signals here from an intraday standpoint. Nothing from a topping standpoint, but you can see the volume profile really starting to cool off. VWAP tracing the price action relatively well. Are we going to get into that level? We got to be patient to wait and see. But the king of all kings is back. And that is NVDA. Let's go. Just continuing to climb with a high of 135.42 on the session and not even thinking about pulling back to VWAP anytime soon yet, Sharif.
Dang.
This thing is absolutely strong. Shout out to Donald, shout out to Saudi Arabia, and shout out to Jensen and company.
I love it, man. All right, IXHL, guys. This one halted at 75, and I punched into the down halt. So I literally have the bottomest of the wicks at 75 pennies. Here comes 85 right now. So IXHL, shout out to Amy Tiger, who's asking me what the tap was. You'll always see it here on my screen. I know it's super small, but if you're on mobile, on YouTube, you can obviously zoom in. 75 pennies was the tap, Amy, and that's exactly, it stayed that way literally the entire time. So this one ends up holding that the 20 EMA. It's having trouble though, clearing 83, kind of a funny level to have resistance at. It's up 857%. Needless to say, anything below 75 pennies, I'm gonzino on this one. So we're gonna basically throw in that stop right now, quick as you like, and we'll throw that right there so that we can, not get into trouble if this one continues to drop. So what the beak there. Let's throw out some more orders. I'm going to wait at 84s because it seems to have trouble at that level. And then above that, we're going to wait at 88s, okay? So that's my thinking right now on IXHL. Really the only one I'm focusing on. Everything else is kind of a slow mover. ADCT, well in the money on that one. ATOS, we're 5 pennies out of the money, 4 pennies. If it doesn't hold VWAP, that's the end of the trade. Not really focusing on that one all that much because it's been kind of dead. This was just basically a support and resistance trade. It looks more flat bottom breakish than anything right now. I'm talking about ATOS. Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti was our absolute rocket. It is coming back down now. And if I had to guess, I think we've got more to the downside over here. It looks like it's possibly flat bottom breaking below that 11, let's just say in 2/3, give or take. That level, what I see is an umpteen amount of lower highs with a flat bottom over here. So this could be a head and shoulders pattern forming. And what kind of trend must precede the head and shoulders pattern? An uptrend. Why? Because it is a reversal pattern. It's got to reverse something. Can't be coming out of a consolidation. So I'm not saying this is going to be a head and shoulders, but just be on the lookout for it here with a possible neckline at 1160, 1175, give or take that level. So Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti having a whole bunch of trouble coming back to the high side right now. Still up. 18.75%. Let's put some dang respect on this one's name. IXHL back up into 82. Let's observe this now at 83, because as I mentioned earlier, this one was encountering resistance at 83 pennies. Again, kind of a surprise for me because that's a random area to throw resistance. So packing my patience here on IXHL, looking for a move back up there. Daniel T, AMD reverse. Say less, my man. Let's have a look at the advanced money duplicator now that Joseph's on its good side now. It's not the destroyer anymore. Looks like it is rejecting the volume weighted average price. So it dances a little bit below it. I mean, AMD did not spend all that much above VWAP. Look at this. The majority of the day has been spent below that white line. Interesting. That's the bad side of the equation. The good side is, look at that double bottom there at the low of the day at 117.36, essentially the same level. And what you're getting currently is a higher low. So not exactly a glowing endorsement to go long. If I had to take a trade here, it would be a short off VWAP. Okay, so that's what I see there. But don't listen to me on this kind of stuff. That's not really my wheelhouse. Maybe Joseph can give you kind of a look there. Don't worry about these guys. What's happening? Well, why are you upset?
Come on, this guy's making movies in 1960.
Bro, don't disrespect the man. He's a legend.
Come on.
He's literally a legend. He was in The Rock. What was that movie as well when he defended that guy who was falsely accused? It was The South. There was I'll get you the name of the.
I think I know what. It's an older movie.
It's an old. It's like from the 90s or something like that. He plays a lawyer. He's defending a wrongly accused guy who got the crap beat out of him.
He was on the run too, or something like that.
Not the Green Mile. No.
It's an older movie.
The chat will know.
Not
The Rock.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Not The Rock. I know The Rock, guys. That's not the one I'm talking. Okay, he defends a falsely accused guy.
Defense.
No. And he gets the falsely accused guy got beat up by a cop. Forced into basically a false confession. Red October.
Fugitive.
No, not The Fugitive. That's Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, I like The Fugitive there.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, I can just find out. Just Cause.
Just Cause.
That's the one. Just Cause. That's the one right there, bro. He's a heavyweight, man.
Okay, guys, Robinhood is tanking here. A lot of these big names are right now. I mean, we were not too far off of the all-time highs there. 64 and change with the all-time high of around 67 there, guys. But yeah, starting to pull back in. I do believe we're going to continue to climb in this. But again, yeah, this is totally justifiable. We're still positive, I think. Are we still positive on the session? I don't know. If not, if we're only down, okay, we're only down 1.5%. That's no biggie. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna be patient. Maybe we get a hammer print or something along those lines, but I would want to see that stopping volume. You can see this waterfall type price action there, guys. So I think that can come into play if we continue this selling. Then I'm gonna wait for like a hammer candle print or anything along those lines with that isolated volume signature for somewhat of a bounce. So Frank F said, someone take the mic from Joe. Come on, Frank S, man. What would you guys do without my hot take? I don't know.
He wouldn't be creating any controversy either. It'd be kind of boring. So, oh, you like Sean Connery? Oh, you like Sean?
Okay,
cool.
that was good. End of conversation.
End of conversation.
Yeah, all right.
I feel that.
Shout out Piers. I mean, but for me, to be honest with you, why I like Piers is because of all the video games, like PS2. He had
I'm just telling you, I had GoldenEye.
You had GoldenEye for N64.
Yeah.
Stuff
No,
like
it was for PS2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the only gaming system I've ever had. PS2. Other than original Sega. Sega Master System.
Sega.
Then PS2. There was a gulf of like 20 years between.
I had like NHL 98 or something like that for Sega, and then Family Feud were my two games, even though obviously I had no idea what I was doing.
Katina Man Shot.
I was young. That's all.
I just played computer games.
And Sonic.
So.
And Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh, yeah, Sonic.
Obviously, Sonic.
So, yeah, guys, let's be patient here. We're going to wait for Hood to see if we can get a potential bottoming signal.
Not GoldenEye, man. Die Another Day.
Die Another Day was the PS2 game.
Yeah, Die Another Day. Excuse me.
For N64.
Yeah, my mistake there. Yeah.
Shout out if you guys remember the game. It's way past Fabian. I know Fabian likes this, but if anybody remembers the N64 game Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, shout out to them, man. That was a sick game. I used to be a gaming nerd, but then I stopped. But here it goes, guys. A nice print here. On Robinhood, maybe we take a little bit of risk on this trade. I like this hammer candle after this extreme amount of selling. We'll wait for this pullback. Oh, we already got the crack of it right here. But there we go. Our risk profile is defined. 61.50, we'll call it. We're trading at 61.82. I like this for a potential long and a rebound. I'm going to wait for this pullback. As long as we don't construct a new low, maybe we get a bounce here in Robinhood, Shreve.
Man, yeah, I see you there, what's it called? DEFCON 1. Man, I love StarCraft. The original StarCraft. Man, oh my goodness. Chilean Nightmare, you about that life? He just dunked on me.
Wow. That was
just
crazy.
Absolutely dunked him. You got that dunk animation right there? You got that?
Foul.
He said he saw it in a museum once.
That's crazy.
Fabian, I still have that installed on my computer, baby. I mean, I have fun with that game from time to time.
How old was your computer in the museum too, or what?
No, it's a new computer, man. It's a trading computer. It's full spec. It just happened to install an old game on it.
Oh, okay, I see.
No, man, I absolutely love StarCraft. Obviously, the new one is sick as well. They've got new characters there, but yeah, man, that was. Did you ever play StarCraft?
Like a couple times, yeah.
So you Terran, Protoss, or Zerg?
I wouldn't go that far, man.
Which guy? The humans, the monster guys, or the insect-looking guys?
What was the? Who was the fox? No, see, I'm thinking of a different game.
You're thinking of a different
Fox.
game, yeah.
Yeah, fine.
No, I like playing with Terran because they had nuclear weapons.
Okay, all right, man.
So I could just like build all the nuclear silos I want and nuke the hell out of everybody, right? Right? That's what I'd be a great leader.
Yeah, shout out Def Jam Fight for New York, though. That is actually the best game ever created, but we're going off to it there.
Yeah, get it there.
As the Nasdaq completes its little rounded top, keep an eye on the fact that Donald Trump is apparently attending a state dinner in Qatar. I will be following this. If there's any updates, I'll let you guys know. But either way, Nasdaq just definitely always worth watching the market here as we have potential comments from Donald Trump. Because even if his event is not market moving, which it often isn't, or at least not market related, he can say anything, and that can and often does move these stocks. And I'll send it back to you.
Oh, I don't know what this means. None of ya. I didn't know Sharif was South Korean. What are you talking about, bro? I don't even get how it makes sense, but I like you anyway.
Yeah.
No, man, that was my favorite. Zerg, though, I'm sorry, Protoss, they did the most damage.
They did.
So when you wanted to like mess up somebody, like their cheapest guy could like destroy the cheapest guy of any of the other ones. And they also had, they had two different things. So they had like shields and health. So you had to blow through their shields to kill their health as well, right?
Through the health
exactly.
There? Yeah.
So it was all about that. Like, man,
I never played
that
game,
bro.
Yeah, I never played.
And missile turrets. I'd set up a zillion missile turrets.
Yeah.
Anybody's coming in with a plane, you're getting down. All right, the market is dropping, guys. We realize that right now. We are focused on it. Trust me, we just don't know exactly why. We have the human algo, though, at the big desk. Should she see anything, she will let us know. I'm keeping my eye on CNN to the side over here. I haven't seen anything by Donald Trump. Keeping my eye on CNBC as well. Nothing really to report on there. I do realize that, but you know, this is just typical market movements. The NQ is still positive 0.25% on the day. The ES is marginally red, down 0.07%. And as we mentioned, the Dow has been a laggard lately as a result of United Health. Excuse me. So that is the look. Sharif, Command and Conquer, red alert. Katina, man, tell me you played that game. Of course he played that game. That was a great game as well. Again, nuclear weapons in that game, hence my affinity for it. No, I'm really not that violent, guys. I really am not. Rook 78, Sharif, could you also copy the other races and play with them? Great game. You could also copy the... what do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I mean, it's gone too far now.
I don't understand what that
There's
means.
nothing to really understand.
Okay, well, I'm kind of
you know
at a
what I mean?
loss here,
Yeah.
bro. I'm stupid.
If you can't get it off the bat, then it's just
well,
move on.
eToro is open, says Jacques. It's been open for a hot minute, man. We've been covering this. Look at it. Look, this thing's tanking. It's still up 26% over the announced price, but the opening print, guys, was this level over here. It opened up at 69.69. We are. Can you believe that, Katina, man? It literally opened up at 69. Yeah. And it's the low of the day, guys, $66 right now. So, yeah, I'm not going to look to get shorts on this. They're going to be prohibitively expensive, especially on IPO day. Nor do I want to take this one short and get... How much are they, Katina Man? Just to give everyone the look there. Yeah, the Katina Man is going to check and let me know. Thank you, Jacques, for letting us know. But we've been covering eToro for a hot minute. Who else here? Rook. All right. I don't think he meant anything bad. In the game, it lets you copy Zerg, Terran, and play with them as Protoss, Nerd Moment. I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he meant anything bad. It's just that if we don't get it, then you just kind of got to move on.
No, I figured that's what he meant. I just didn't know that was a possibility. I didn't know that. Thank you, Rook 78.
There you go.
You got something to do on the weekend, given my very exciting life. All right. Sorry, Joe. $5.20 to get 100 shares of ETOR. It just gives you an idea there, Adara, that we've got the best prop firm around on these parts. If you don't know by now, we're trading on a prop firm called Real Trading, worldwide company, except in the United States. If you're interested, obviously check out realtrading.com and have a gander there. Obviously, we do have remote traders, so that is one of those things. Go ahead, Joe.
We're out of here with prestige worldwide. All right, in sports playing, guys, flexibility is everything. At ProfitX, you can see the order book just like a financial exchange. Pick your spot and customize the odds to fit your risk. Why settle for a single offered price when you can set your own? Plus, our mobile interface makes it easy to play on the go. ProfitX, we can call the shots anytime, anywhere. Users can use code TraderTV to get our sign-up offer of 2% cash back on up to 300 big ones. There we go, guys. Yeah, Warzone, we're done with the video game talk. I like what somebody in the chat said. Let's get to the adult video games here now. And that's this stock market here, guys. What?
Wow, just dunked on me again.
No.
Just dunked on me
dude,
again,
I don't want to
bro.
get into video game talk because I could go all day. Your boy was a gamer growing up, man.
Fair? All right, clearly wasn't, bro.
Yeah, I was a big-time gamer, yeah. I mean, like me and the boys, we would run everything, like from, I had all the systems, man. I was privileged, and I loved video gaming, so.
I love that, man.
And to be honest with you, all right, considering we're talking about it, I actually gave up Call of Duty to start trading.
Really?
I said, now I'm going to put my Call of Duty time into reading and into like practicing trading. So
How much better of an investment is that?
It's significantly better, right? I'm too worried about kill death. No, this is real money. This is something that I wanted to get involved with. So yeah, that's what happened with me, guys. Wow, Amazon is absolutely tanking. The market
everything's really going here,
to move
Joseph.
lower. The momentum to the downside is there, guys. Now it's just our job to be patient and wait for these signals, these bottoming signals. I love seeing. I like what I see here on Robinhood, especially with the velocity that it's moving at. The momentum is to the downside. The Qs are absolutely roaring. No kitty. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for these signals to come into play. If we get the VPA, that isolated volume print, and the isolated candle print, then I'm going to be looking for a...
Dinkelberg says that you were vicious in the COD chat. You were a bully.
No, I
just
wasn't.
Come on,
I'm being
Joseph.
honest, dude. Come on. Do you truly think that I was? But obviously, I would.
I know how you are in real life, so I can only imagine what you were like online.
On Call of Duty? No, man, I was never a troll like that.
No, right?
Obviously, if guys are beaking, I'm going to beak back. Of
course.
Right? But yeah, there's nothing like a Call of Duty lobby that back in the day.
So good.
It was absolutely hectic. Yeah, I mean, I remember, like, for me, all my boys would go out partying and everything like that, and once in a blue moon, I was okay with, it was my thing to grab a bag of Lay's barbecue chips, and then just go home and game COD. That was my thing, right? That was what I, like,
there you go.
They called me Low-Key Joe, and that's what I was just
I
a
like
low-key
that, bro.
individual, you know what I mean?
Chill vibes.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting a lot of shekels here from your boy Nimrod there. Shout out to Nimrod out in Israel, dropping 30 shekels and another 30 shekels, 60 shekels all in all. Shout out to the OG there. Shout out to Nimrod. He just dropped another one. That's 90 now. That's 120. I can do math. Believe that? This guy's dropping bear money. L. He just dropped an L.
Yeah.
H. Okay, so we got to read these letters.
H, L.
IXHL. Have a look at the screen.
Ooh, I see where you're getting at there.
Screen.
Assassino.
All right. What are you doing over there, Assassino?
You psyched him out.
We're involved.
Assassino.
We're involved in IXHL, Joseph.
Yeah.
So we're doing it live here. We're long 75 pennies. It's been knocking the door of 86. It got up into 86 and change. It's having trouble shaking that level, so that print that I'm waiting for at 88 is going unfilled at the moment. Shout out to the OG Nimrod dropping bare shekels in the chat. And we can actually say shekels this time because it was actually Ozan. Joseph was an angel with no wings. Oh, he's coming hot for you there, bro.
You're definitely not staying at my place now, Ozan.
And he's not picking you up from the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're going to have to Uber and deal with great Toronto drivers. Let's see what else. So Jam Lossy, Sharif, I screamed about that 310 level triple top on SPCE squeezing. Let's have a look. Space, I haven't looked at that in a minute, man. Wow, that brings back memories of COVID. SPCE, is this thing still alive? Okay, so what was your look there? 310, not a bad look, man. 13.87%. Why is this moving up? Is there a catalyst on this? You know what? Sky Harbor, so from yesterday, the 13th. Okay, so Sky Harbor Group. No, that's not it. Here it is. Okay. This is from yesterday, though. Virgin Atlantic reports inducement award under NYSE listing rule. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need to know. Virgin Atlantic has announced a new inducement award under the NYSE listing rule. Blah, blah, blah. The company's compensation committee has approved a grant of 35,000 shares of Virgin Atlantic common stock to a new non-executive employee effective May 15th. This award is part of the 2023 employment inducement. Okay, I don't care. That doesn't have anything. That's not market moving. I don't think that's why we're moving. Good luck, though. So shout out to you, Jam Lossy. Not one that I've had an eye on in a long time. But yeah, holding at the 20. If it holds up here, takes out 363, I'll throw it an alert. So we'll trade this if it's warranted. Here's what I'll do. Throw it at 60s. If it can get back into that level, knock on the door 63, we could take a trade on this. Otherwise, I'm just going to steer clear of that one. I want to mention Reddit, guys. Reddit, and don't forget this one because it is at VWAP. So Reddit had a fantastic day today. It's at that 123 level. Does it hold? So I've been kind of keeping my eye on Reddit for whatever reason because there was really no small cap gappers. So I wanted to have something to trade. And we are at 123, and that also happens to be the volume weighted average price. So can Reddit catch a bounce here? You're not going to see me punch into this guessing whether or not it's going to hold. It's going to have to prove to me, giving me some higher highs and higher lows. We're $7 removed from the high of the day, so if we can get anywhere back near that level, that will be a good trade. So keep an eye on that. Rigetti, Mom Spaghetti as well, Katina, man, just got into the volume-weighted average price. So this one, off that 1239 high a day, it's now back down to 1140s. Again, a VWAP retracement, looking like it broke that neckline there for the head and shoulders. Yeah, we could. Okay, so it is finding some support here. It's about 10 pennies in the money off that VWAP trade. So we'll see. We'll see what this one does. I could be certainly convinced to get back into Rigetti should be warranted there, Joseph. What do you got on your side,
my
man?
Yeah, we got Palantir cooking up here, guys. All right, 2801 is that week. So we got a quarter just like that. Off of this bottoming signal right here at Gorev. Gorev's off today. He's done. He put in a monster trading day. Shout out to him. That's how it is, man. Just make that money and then go enjoy the rest of your day there, guys. Obviously tune in with us, but
get it, Katina, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just that's how it is. That's how it's done. And let's go Palantir. I want to pull up the 5-minute time frame here, and you can see this hammer candle, guys, with a big volume spike. So there it is. That's exactly what we were looking for, and I was mentioning before, and we got that in Palantir. I'm glad that I stuck to one of the stronger names in the market for this potential bounce here in Palantir. We've just been scalping today after that. After that NVDL trade, that's all I really need to do is just take a couple scalps, some small shares, risk a little bit of the realized just to gain some more. So let's go Palantir. I want to run into this 128.52 level, but it depends how weak this market is. One thing that I will note, we are in some of the stronger names right now, that being Palantir. So I do believe that we can get this bounce. So we have to be patient to see if we can get that in. I already took some off here, guys, as you can see. So I'm sitting on just about 66% of the position. If I get stopped out break even, it is what it is. Still slightly profitable trade. But again, going really, really small because we were profitable earlier in the day and slightly tired as well too, coming back from hockey, and I was up earlier in the morning at 4 a.m. thanks to Mr. Milo himself. So yeah, thanks, buddy. Much love. But then he just gives you this look, and it's like, how could you ever be mad at me? Yeah, bugger.
Can I tell you something? That apparently that puppy,
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
We're good.
Looking like Sean Connery.
I like it.
Sean Connery.
Hold on. Who won the poll there?
Yeah.
Hold on, Joseph. Who won the poll?
Connery.
What was the percentage?
It was a landslide.
Assassino, did you send that? Okay, my bad. Thank you, Assassino.
It was like 55%.
Oh, 55, you
why
say,
guys,
Joseph.
Listen, why are you guys voting Daniel Craig when you know the battles between Connery and Pierce?
Not only are you like stubborn, but you're gonna tell everyone how to vote as well. Like, what the hell,
don't
bro?
waste it. Come on, that's where the battle is, man. Come on.
Look, bro. Look, you know, I support you a lot, but you upset Neil, right? Like Neil was very upset with that comment, bro. And so I'm taking Neil's side on this. Man.
Ooh,
yeah. He's very upset. He just said
he was a heat.
Man, this is a hell of a Wednesday.
Neil
Usually Wednesdays like crappy feels, but
it's
today's
1:30 already.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Neil was ready to crash out on your boy, man. I would have had to start running to get away.
No, man. Neil was quite upset.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of me running, and so you can't catch your boy.
How you doing over there, by the way, recovery-wise, Neil? You wanna chime in? Yeah, Neil's coming in hot right now, so he's gonna let us know how the recovery is going. Obviously, he did tear. Go ahead, Neil.
This weekend, I did 3.7 kilometers at a 5:45 pace. So it was the longest run I've done. I'm kind of going up by like 300-400 meters at a time, trying to build the 5K.
Fantastic.
As long as I don't feel anything bad. I'm still doing some change of direction stuff when I'm doing my physio, but honestly, it's going pretty good, man. I'm running that 5K. Forget about the fall. I'm gonna get it in this summer.
100%.
For sure. At the pace that I'm going, I'll be able to do it. And I don't just want to be able to run a 5K. Like, I want to be able to do it and see if I can't do it at a 5-minute clip. Feel young again.
Jeez.
Well, you got a high standard. Well, that's the thing. You've got a high standard.
What's crazy? When I was in high school, like when I was 15 years old, 14 or 15, I was like a sub 19-minute 5K.
Kidding me?
And I'm a sprinter. So like this feels slow to me.
Yeah,
but hey, every step at a time, man. Like it's a long recovery from Achilles. That's why I feel for Jason Tatum. I hope, or anybody that has a serious injury, because there's nothing worse when you're an active person, right? And you just got to take the step. It's like trading. You've 100%. Just got to put the work in and take those baby steps. There's nothing to it. Like you got to walk before you run. But I appreciate all the support. Like I got a lot of DMs too when I got hurt. That was really touching because for me it was pretty devastating. For my daughter, she still doesn't ever want me playing soccer again. It's wild, but Yeah, that's okay. I don't want. Don't make me cry.
Nah, you're good.
Seriously, because to this day, she's like, "Daddy, I don't want you playing soccer anymore." I'm like, "We'll be fine. It's just an injury. We'll show you how I get over the hump." And thank you guys so much.
And I think you set a good example for her there, man.
Yeah.
She watched that in real time.
I appreciate that. That. And I'm not going to say Tesla again because every single time I've said go Tesla, Tesla goes lower. So that's my bad. That's my bad.
Hey, there he is. Neil Roberts,
Shout out
baby.
to Neil and the recovery.
Joseph, I just got to cover this one super quick for the OG Tisha.
Yeah.
ALUR. Shout out to Tisha spotting this one. But you know what I'm going to say, Tisha? This candle here at 4 a.m. It said no good. It said no good. We got to clear that 385 level. And here's the funny thing, Tisha. That 385 high that we literally put in at 4 a.m. Is the high that we put in yesterday in the aftermarket. I think this one's an earnings winner. It looks like it popped off there at 4. Typically, that means it's an earnings release there that it reacts to. 385, 386, whatever that area. It's got to clear that level before I get involved, even though, look at this candle here. Right? When we look at the volume, I know it's super small. You can't see it there. 147,000 and a third shares taking place on that 4 a.m. candle. So it's not exactly a huge amount of shares that exchange place there. Why does that matter? Well, I don't take these small cap gappers that haven't cleared the pre-market high for the reason is that the bag holders could be keeping this level down. But it's not only the bag holders that see this level, the short see it as well. And there's a lot of people that like to short these small cap gappers. There was a trader here on the floor. That was his bread and butter. As soon as he saw one of these things running, he was looking for the short, okay? So the point is, that if I'm looking at it and if I know about it, way better traders are using it and basing a lot of stuff off it. So what I want to do is I want to put an alert, let's just say at 369, of course. And if it triggers there, then we'll have notice about that 385 break and take on ALUR. But it's up a respectable 35% and change here, Joseph. So I'm going to keep it on the side chart. And if it ends up being tradable, we'll get involved with it and we'll come with me.
Yeah, nice look there, guys. All right, so, let's go Palantir chart, please. Thank you. Yeah, we're really climbing here off of that bounce, and that's what I was mentioning before, guys. You seen that waterfall type price action? So you just had to be patient enough and wait to get in. So really good look here on Palantir. I'll pull it up on the 1 minute time frame, but I was essentially playing it off a 5 minute signal, but it's displayed here on the lower time frame significantly better. So here we go. We'll look at it here. Sorry for that. If I'm ever leaning too much, guys, just let me know, please. So here we are, 127.59. You can see double hammer right at the bottom, and then it displayed here on the 5 minute. I only have 20% left, so that'll be my last out. And we're running right into that support level that I was referring to earlier. But yeah, that's that right there. Nice volume print compared to the rest of it. You can see it's the highest since approximately 10:20 this morning. Buying pressure steps in, almost closes as a full hammer, but here we go, continuing to rip. And it's unfortunate that I only have 20% left. Didn't diamond hands that one. One thing to know, guys, I know my even though it's not a bad day for me, my performance when I sleep well is significantly better. I'm a big person asleep, and I need that. And that's one thing is just you got to know your body and know yourself. So that's why I've just been kind of relaxed and chilling. But I know we got it's Ozan's time.
Oh, Ozan, listen up, man. New traders, listen up as well. First month, yeah, that's right. It's free, baby. We're waiving the fees so you can trade smarter, not harder, by upgrading to that elite experience where you'll be able to analyze, strategize, and then hopefully after that you'll capitalize on their platform that has everything. Infinite data, instant trading, lightning fast market insights, and game-changing charts. You can also predict better with the backtesting tool. You get reliable real-time data, global markets literally at the tips of your finger. It's an all-in-one platform, so do not miss out. Execute your best trades now if you're ready, and only if you're ready to elevate your trading. Scan that QR code on the bottom right of your screen or click the link in the description. The human algo is at the big desk.
Thank you for that transition there, Sharif, and shout out to eSignal. Also shout out to Microsoft, MSFT on watch. I'm seeing a report coming in, circulating around X. Apparently, antitrust regulators in the European Union, or EU, are set or likely here to accept Microsoft's revised offer to end its investigation into its video app team. Apparently, these regulators are likely to seek market feedback first in the coming months before making any final decisions. So it doesn't sound like any decisions are imminent in any way, but MSFT on watch, your EU antitrust regulators might accept a revised offer from Microsoft rather than going through with any other, investigation or probe here, guys. MSFT, make sure to like and subscribe. Back to you.
Palantir, look at this stock start to recover here. Fantastic move. We were in right at 128 there, and we're now trading at 84. Let's see if we can tap into 29s just so I can join the dollar club here. Again, I only have a 20% left of the position, and it's going to be my final out. So 9 cents away. I don't even have it. I would have to squeeze over to Sharif's desk to see if he's got that dollar club there. Yeah, here it is, guys. Really nice move in Palantir. More size is obviously nice, but we got to accept the fact of what we've gained here, and off of that signal, glad to be trading some of the stronger names and just being the right name, to be frank with you guys. So yeah, just again being thankful. Trading's been half decent, so it can turn on a dime, right, guys? And that's one thing I want to know. You can see that we're having fun. We're putting on winning trades. We're doing the Donald Trump, just a lot of winning. But you've seen us lose here as well too. So just keep that in mind. When we're winning, it's displayed. When we're losing, it's most definitely displayed. And I mean, we're having fun partying, and it can literally flip on a dime, and we could all be like, "Oh no," like we were a month ago or so. So yeah, it is what it is. We're having fun now. Hopefully these good times last. All right, because that's what we want to see. So yeah, we'll be patient on this. After I'm out of this trade, guys, it's whatever you want me to look at. So if you guys ever have, if you guys want me to take a look at the Palantir Dollar Club, I don't have it. Money Storm, let's go, Palantir. Why don't I just take more? I know why I didn't take more. All right, guys, I'm gonna just hop out that final out here on Palantir. What a beautiful move and recovery in this name. Are we gonna get all the way back to the volume weighted average price? That might be a little bit of a stretch. There is more resistance at 129.21, so I'll wait for that. I mean, we're trading just below those key levels, and what I'm referring to is the support level right here. So if we run into that and just reject, then it is what it is. But Sharif, I need you to hit the dollar club for me there, brother, on Palantir. Look at this name. I took out 80% of my position through here, but then you get this massive rip here on Palantir. Let's see how we react around this 129.20 level. And let's just focus on the tape for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
As we start to approach that, I want to see what the defense is like. So you can see that we're slightly aggressive. We're more reactive to those asks being hit. But now that defense, we get right into, what was our high there? 129.17, and you can see that defense slowly start to pick up. So it is what it is. We only have one out left, and we'll take it. We can't complain about it whatsoever. So need to just take more shares. So, but again, midday. Just looking for a small bounce. There was a lot of conviction. There was two things that were correlating: the hammer and the volume. That should tell me to go significantly heavier. But it is what it is. We're accepting the fact. We're putting on a nice trade. We don't want to be greedy, but we do want to put on those proper trades. We're going to give you one more second here, Sharif. I want to see that defense. If we get into that 129 level, and you can see it start to slowly step in here, guys. Boom, boom, boom. See there on the tape? There, you see that defense right here. So maybe that's going to come in as resistance. As you can see, we have that clear zone right here. But with this strength there, we might just blow past it. So we got to be patient and see what we got going on. I'm going to take my last little bit out here, guys. That's going to be my final trade of the day. And
great trade.
Bang, there we go. Nice look there on Palantir. Let's do a quick trade review on the day, guys. Let's see what I traded. We're going to go from the top. Performing P&L name, Sharif, before I send it back to you, that is going to be NVDL, starting to recover really nice. Right back to 135 is NVDA, but this is what we had going on earlier in the morning, guys. Enter 110% add, piece it out, stopped out 33%. The next highest is going to be PLTR. I just displayed that one to you guys. That was our Palantir trade from here all the way up and still continuing to climb. No defense at that support level. What's our next ticker? QBTS, negative on that one. AC Slater onto QBTS. We took a couple attempts on there, stopped out, break even, missed that breakout there, guys. That's QBTS. SMCI. Oh, yeah, we were positive on that one, so I don't know why QBTS is on there. Sorry, Sharif, two more. Bear with me. Yeah, bear with me. A nice little short there on QBTS into the volume weighted average price, and you can see we got that bounce right after that. And then TSLA long, we caught that breakout there. So not a bad day of trading. We traded 5 names, Sharif. Red on one of them. So there we go. 4 for 5 on today's session, boys.
Joseph,
and girls. Yes.
that fridge in our kitchen,
Yeah, it's gone.
it's no more, Joseph.
It's gone, eh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about this whole shifting to the other side thing,
other
man.
side?
I don't know, man. I don't like change.
Hello.
Joseph.
Hello from the other side.
Now you got Adara sitting there singing too, bro.
Hello from the
Oh
other
boy, I don't
side.
know, man.
Yeah, I know.
All the stuff that was in there got moved to the other one, but there's another fridge too on the other side. So there's 2 on the other side in the kitchen, and then
So we can claim that one for you there.
clearly I'm gonna
Stash
need
some
that
of
one.
the protein.
The protein, I love it. All right, guys, I've weaseled into a couple of trades here. IXHL, bottoming tail candle that breaches the 20. That has been its kind of modus operandi. I've given my stop to the current candle low. So if it makes a new low, I'm out. Simple as that, okay? IXHL. I also worked my way back into Rigetti, Mom's Spaghetti. We're in at 58. It's showing me 58. It's a VWAP trade here. The money fills were in the 40s. I'm in the 50s. So let's see if this one can work back above that 10 exponential. It's been having a lot of trouble with this, what I perceive to be a neckline on a head and shoulders. Now, the head and shoulders pattern is known for a retest of the neckline once it's broken. What do I mean by that? So if we were to kind of expand this pattern a little bit, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakdown. So the neckline would be somewhere, and the neckline doesn't have to be horizontal, it can be diagonal, right? Because the bottom of the left shoulder can be different than the right shoulder. So if you were to do that, let's just do it live here. We're doing it live. So let's take that, let's draw that trend line. Now, let's extend that trend line if we can. So the thing is, once that neckline breaks, it's entirely normal to come back, to go down, and then to retest the neckline support, now resistance. So the fact that it's just moving up there off VWAP may not be a VWAP bounce, but a retesting of the neckline break. And that's kind of the feeling that I get. So anything kind of below that 40 penny level, I'm out. I'm just gonna get the hell out of there. Okay, simple as that. That's what I'm looking at right now on RGTI. We'll see if this one wants to start curling back up. I'm waiting initially at 63s, and then I'm waiting in the high 60s. So that's my look right now on Rigetti, and I'm also involved, as I mentioned, right back into that IXHL trade. We're long 78, it's showing me 76. Anything below prior or current prior bar low, I'm out. Adara's at the big desk.
I do a little quick deep dive here to get enough context to understand this headline, but here's LMT, Lockheed Martin. Basically, back in December of 2024, so about 6 months ago now, Lockheed Martin CFO, Jay Malov, said that the company has a handshake deal with the Pentagon for Lot 18 and 19 orders of F-35 production. So F-35 production, according to LMT CFO at the time, they did have a handshake deal with the Pentagon. Now we have comments coming through here from the same guy, the CFO of LMT, Jay Malov. Now he's saying that the customer is telling us to expect Lot 18 and 19 to be combined into a single award. So now they're expecting it all as one award. The F-35 Lot 19 award apparently has the potential to accelerate compared to previous expectation of the second half of the fiscal year. So lots of financial terms here, but basically sounds like their expectations for this F-35 production deal a little bit different than what they were initially looking at here, guys. Keep an eye on LMT, and I apologize for the verbosity of this headline. Back to you.
Thank you very much for that, Adara. You into fighter jets?
No, I wouldn't know them like that. I heard you mention the F-35. That's something that I'm most familiar with.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like the new one that they're trying to sell en masse. It's like, so the F-22, they've stopped production on, but they had an export ban on that. You couldn't sell it to any other country.
Oh, yeah?
It was like, it's an air dominance fighter, so they didn't want anyone else having it, including like the closest allies, like Canada, England,
stuff like that,
everybody else. But the F-35, they're exporting. The cool thing about the F-35, and there's a lot bad with it, the cool thing is it comes in 3 variants. There's gonna be an Air Force variant, a Navy variant, and a Marine variant. The Marine variant has vertical takeoff and landing, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
In addition to that, it can take off on short runways. So if you either can go vertical like the Harrier, or you can take off on like, have you ever seen those aircraft carriers with that sloped ending? It kind of lets you like, it's like a ramp that you can take off in. Yeah, so they've made a bunch of different variations of that.
The Russians got a good jet too, though, because
they've got plenty.
the back, the
Thrust vectoring.
It changes.
Called thrust vectoring. Yeah.
What does Maverick fly in?
F-14.
F-14.
Yeah, you're talking about the old one or the new one?
The new one.
I don't know. I never saw the new one, but he did in the Tomcat. It was an F-14. That's a Navy fighter, right? So those F-14s were just made to land on carriers. It's a different it's a completely different airplane. The landing gear, bro, is got to be able to take like those like heavy impacts every single time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's an entirely different look. But the Americans, they kill it with the fighters. The thing is, though, Joe, a lot of people complain about the F-35 having no real role. Is it supposed to be an air dominance fighter? Is it a multi-role aircraft? What the hell is it? They try to make everything all under one umbrella, and then it ends up being a turkey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, interesting there. No FSD on the jet, says Random Oddities. Yeah, I didn't get Elon in there yet. You haven't seen the new one? You got homework, Sharif. Andrew Bakes Cakes. Andrew, which one are you talking about, brother?
Yeah, you should have said it.
Which version? Tell me so that I can have a look there, because I really love this stuff, man. God, Emperor, Almighty, Forefather, Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. Atera, what's going on over here? It's a great name. USA is only Navy to field a fleet of aircraft, I don't know, Ayers with new carriers already designed. Thank you for that, my man. I didn't actually know that. I knew that the F-18 obviously was a carrier-based aircraft, one of the F-18 versions, the Super Hornet as well. I know obviously the F-4 was. I know the Phantom, the F-4 Phantom also had a variant there for the Navy, so they could land on carriers. The F-22 never did. It was always strictly an Air Force fighter. Was never in use anywhere else. Yeah, Ozan, the FA-18 Super Hornet, just talked about that. Canada has some of those. I think we have like 2 or something. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to belittle us, but we just don't have enough, bro. We just don't have. Yeah, it's the way it is, Neil. I don't know. They just like yeah, there's been no spending on it. Aldrin or Aiden Bridge, the F-47 is the new 6th gen fighter. Yes, I did hear about that. Boeing got that contract for the F-47. Let me know, Aiden, is it going to be, are there going to be pilots in that, or is it going to be autonomous or remotely controlled? That's what I haven't heard, because we've always been hearing about that next level fighter is going to be without a pilot. Let's find out what happens here. So I'm getting out likely of this IXHL trade, guys. It is breaking down. It's got 2 lower highs here, even though it's still above that bottom wick into 70 pennies. So I'm gonna pack my patience maybe for a little bit longer on this one, and then see what we get there. What else we got? Any other comments there about any fighters? George Fontes, thanks for, I think he's talking to somebody else there. Yeah, no, he is. F4 Tomcat is a great pinball machine, says Daniel, I mean. Sure, okay. It also flies as well. It also happens to be a fighter aircraft. Yeah, that's it. That's it there. All right. AC-130, says Cristobal. Jets are pretty badass, says GJ2AM. How's the Canadian jets, says Lead Penny. We buy American jets, brother. The only, I think, Canadian fighter aircraft ever created was something we called, what was it called? The Avro Aero. The Avro Aero, Neil. Sorry, it slipped my mind for a second. And then that was kiboshed because the Americans didn't want us building our own aircraft. They wanted us to buy off theirs. And there's like a whole series on that, like a great Canadian moment, so to speak, about that whole thing. What do you got over there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm all out of this Palantir trade here. So yeah, nice move and continuing to climb, looking like it wants to go for that volume weighted average price there. Okay. So yeah, there it is, Palantir, just longing one of the stronger names in the market, especially off of those signals. So just adding some more conviction within the setup. So let's see what Charlie, Canadian Winnipeg, has the Canadian. Yeah, exactly. Save the money piece to lock some. Yeah, exactly. So Charlie Taff, you're saying that you have 350 contracts expiring on Friday. Yeah, if I were you, I would just lock them in on, again, they come tomorrow.
He always just craps on Canada. I love him.
He's actually hilarious.
Yeah, he's great, bro. Hey, what do you think, Katina Man? Big smile. Big smile. Your Katina Man is giving you a warning, brother. Canadian fighter jets come with denim interior. Oh, why? Because that's the Canadian tuxedo, baby.
Yeah,
denim. Yeah. In case you guys don't know what the hell that joke is, it's a running gag that the Canadian tuxedo is a denim.
Yeah, plaid.
Yeah, is it plaid?
That's like it's like the plaid is that's what we call it from where your old aunt's cottage is, the Keswick dinner jacket.
Oh God, yeah.
Right?
Oh God, yeah. The Keswick dinner jacket. This guy is crapping on me because I was in Keswick on the weekend. That's fantastic. Oh my God.
Ask Randy. Yeah, there you go.
I love it. Mike the Rider's loving that. All right, Ray, 2885, Walmart moving right back up. Let's have a look at WMT. What is it up to on the day? I haven't looked at that. Haven't looked at Costco, nor Target, nor any of the retail names. Not a bad look. Not a bad look at all. Very bull flag-ish. Doesn't really respect VWAP all that much anyway. But it is close to highs, $97. I will submit to you a little bit of a resistance level there. We did get up to 97.17, but we had a hard time with that. What's Walmart's chart been looking like on the daily lately, Joseph?
Yeah, just goading over there, man.
So annoying. So annoying. Yeah, so fantastic look. Guys, this one split, in case you forgot, back last year in February. Wow, it's been over a year since we got that big boy split. I held this because Mark Roberts, the stock father, gave 3, and I made no money on this, maybe like $1 a share or something like that. Back, I bought it at 146. I think I might have sold it break even or 147. But we made good money on Costco and Albertsons. So he's still
holding on
OG.
to Costco?
No.
Oh,
God, no. That was a swing. It was like a 4 or 5 month thing.
All right. That's all right.
Aiden Bridge, it's manned. The F-47 is going to be a manned aircraft. Yeah, that's interesting because I always thought, for example, that the next generation of these fighter aircraft were going to be unmanned, but it looks like the 47 at least will be maybe the last gen of the manned aircrafts. I have no idea. I'll have to keep an eye. Jamie Foxx, what about it? All right. Big smile. My work is done here. See you tomorrow, God willing, and the creek don't rise. In case you're wondering what he's talking about, Big Smile is encountering a bit of a flood in his neighborhood right now. Sent me a picture of what looks to be like a lake. It's not even a pond. There's not supposed to be anything there. That's supposed to be green grass.
Damn.
Yeah, so it looks as if he's got about 5 inches of rain yesterday, and he's expecting 8 inches of rain today. I'm sorry, brother. It's obviously not a good look there. We hope you're all right and the fam is everything is good. Check back with us, Big Smile. Let us know how everything's going, and wish you the rest of a good day there. 5 minutes left on the show, Joseph. Leave him with a few thoughts.
I mean, we already went through the trade review, guys, earlier on the day, but we can take a look at the top performing sectors. I believe I had that prepared for us today, so we'll see what's cooking up on that front. Let me just refresh it to make sure we are up to date, because that's what we want to see. So let's go with our win place show here, guys. Consumer discretionary in that win place up about 0.5%. The tech sector up about 0.4 there, guys, and the communication sector up about 1/3%. And then now let's go from the bottom 3. So there is your win place show on the day: consumer discretionary, technology, and communication services for all my track stars out there. All right, utilities we're down about 1%, materials down about 1.2%, and healthcare down just under 2%. So there we go. It's a low-key Joe type of day. Yeah, I mean, that's what they used to call me, man, low-key. So we're just chilling out, vibing today and putting up some half-decent trades. So hopefully you guys seen that. If there's anything you want me to go over, put it in the chat right now. I'm more than happy and willing to look at some open interest. We only got a couple minutes left. If there's a specific ticker that you want me to take a look at, the first one I see that is regarding open interest, I'll go over that one. But bin fishing, I guess he's saying. F1 hired a guy that won an Xbox race contest, an XPLTR, and Meta team up to make VR glasses that let you control a Tesla robot fight terror or top ranks in COD. Only need apply. All right, that's a lot of information to take in right there. But thank you very much for vision. So yeah, all right, let's see the first one. What is this first ticker that I see? QBTS from MA. All right, we'll pull it up and I'll display it for you guys here. I already went over this, and I know where the highest levels of OI are on the call side, but we can take a look on the put side. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so you can see at this 12 strike price, guys, 21,000 open contracts relative to everything else. That's quite a bit. So that can be your ceiling. Now let's look for a potential floor. We want to see the highest levels of open interest on the put side, and that is not going to put us at that strike price. And this is also this expiration cycle here, guys. So at that 8 strike price, $9.11. So you can see this range that you could potentially trade in on this week's expiration cycle, May 16th. These contracts expire. What you got to do is you got to wait until Monday morning to see if these have rolled over or they have been lifted and put to higher or lower strike prices, Sharif.
I'd like to bring everybody's attention to this chart over here. We talk a lot about Tesla, and rightfully so, because it's one of the OGs. But we need to put some dang respect on this chart's name. This is BYD's chart, guys. All right, and we're almost at all-time highs again. $107, the all-time high is $109. So BYD is obviously an insane company. In case you don't know what's going on in China, this company runs the show. They make ICE, they make hybrids, and now they're the biggest makers of EVs in the world at much more competitive prices than, internal combustion engines, Katina man.
I was like, I'm making it.
Sorry.
I was like, I'm making it.
Sorry, I thought,
But I knew as soon as you said they make ice and then mentioned cars, I was like, okay.
Sorry, that's what I meant, boys.
Like, I make it.
No, but seriously, guys, Assassino, this is the chart. This is the weekly on BYD. It's tradable 2 ways in North America. BYDDY, which is what you see here, and BYDDF. They're different prices. Okay, so BYDDY is $107. That's the one you're looking at right now. And there's BYDDF. I'll click that, and it's also at all-time highs, $53.62. So this is a quiet one because it's on the OTC exchanges. Shout out to Jeff Mendel, but this is something that I've always wanted to get involved in, and I never have. My friend Alfred, if you've heard me talk about him before in the past, one of the Tesla guys, he's involved in this name and has been for some time. And he was telling me about this name when I didn't even know it existed, like back in 2020, early 2021. So BYD, guys, this is it right here. And I just really wanted to show this to you guys because we talked a lot about these EV companies. This is one that's almost at all-time highs and that's profitable, okay? It's not sexy to talk about, obviously, because it's a Chinese company and they're very much a competitor to everything we do over here. But I just wanted to show that. And that is that, Joseph. It's 2 o'clock.
It is 2 o'clock.
Send them off.
Thanks for that, guys. Good day. We've had fun so far. The time flies when you're having fun. So hope everyone had a good, solid hump day. But we're going to send you guys off to big boys with their position.
Take care, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. The afternoon show is in tow, where if we say the word ice, it's something I put in my drink, and not necessarily.
I thought it was immigration.
No, it's like
ice coming through there.
Of course, we know.